104.1.
Want weight loss meds like Ozempic for less than $3 a day? Future Health, the best weight loss medication provider online, delivers fast. So go to tryfh.com now.
tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here to tell you that I hired FAS Windows and Doors multiple times to install my windows and doors right here in Orlando, Florida. Their expert team of window and door installers make the entire project seamless from measurement, final inspection, and of course, installation. Since 2005, that's 20 years, FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home with a team that delivers excellence. Just visit FASWD.com and then trust Orlando's leader in windows and doors.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 1st. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Morgan & Morgan, and your local Ford dealers.
Hey, daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Look, as you go through your social media and see the photographs of Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, see all those smiling faces, those friends and family enjoying each other's time, don't you want to do that as much as possible? I know you do. Well, Life Imaging FLA can help you do that with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, but the information it gives you can save your life. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Take care of this beforehand. Don't wait for a symptom. And don't forget, it takes no time at all. No dyes, no injections. You keep your clothes on, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and what hundreds of Central Floridians are doing. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. Here's how you make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Take advantage of this offer and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Life doesn't stop after you've been involved in a car accident. You've got things to do and places to be. If your car is damaged, call Farah and Farah anytime, 7 days a week. Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
I know what you're going to say. I'm not the type to sue. I get it. But you also weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't ask to be injured. You didn't ask for these medical bills. And you didn't ask for your car to be smashed up. Want to fight to hold them accountable? Just call Mo.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From King Trump drops bombs to the United States and Canada. Get ready for battle on the ice. And Mr. Beast's financial statements allegedly leak online. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Sabrina is out. Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
Josh is with us.
Good day.
And so are you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good.
Man, look at that. Josh, you got the best hair in all of radio. You do.
I know.
It's just true. It's a fact. We have to deal with it now. Everything
it's
good.
Mane. It's a mane.
Yeah, it's like he looks like a lion. If you were to morph into some sort of animal, it would immediately be a lion. What animal would I morph into?
A pussy.
It's early. We are 60 seconds into it here. All right, like just I don't know where we go from here. I'm 2 days completely sober, just completely.
Oh, buddy, you don't say that you're 2 days sober.
I don't get a coin yet.
No.
I thought I was ready for
to
one.
thine own self be true. Yes.
I figured all this sobriety will work out for me. My papers today from the old junkie pile over here, the news stories. Almost unreadable. Just there was a problem with the laser printer toner, and the final one I printed, clear as day. The rest of them, 95% black. I mean, it is.
Your stories look like they're all about to get canceled.
It's rough, man. So we're going to get through these together today here on the show right now. Let's start off as we always do. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours, and we go to Miami, Florida, I believe is where they had this event where Trump, who had recently referred to himself as King Trump over on Truth Social in a post about him going to battle with New York State. We'll talk about that later. But first, I thought this was kind of funny. So here we go. Here's Trump talking about some real estate business he's done in the area to the Miami crowd.
Thank you very much. What a great...
Was that the end of Lee Greenwood?
This is, you have
bet
to
your
be
ass.
outside. It's going wild outside with a lot of love for all of us, I guess. But thank you, Richard, for the introduction, and thank you to all for such a warm welcome. It's great to be back in beautiful Miami, where I've actually built a lot of great buildings with the Desert family and some others. We've had tremendous success in Miami.
All right, so he's built some real estate. It's not surprising to anybody. Some of the buildings in Miami, Trump has built them. Okay, let's see how he talks about those.
We have Trump Towers and Sunny Isles Beach. It's 4 beautiful buildings right on the ocean. The Trump Grande, put the little E in the end for a little, class it up a little bit.
Trump Grande.
Put a little E on the end.
Put a little E on the end. Class it up a bit. I like to picture Trump at the meeting where they talked about this building and they have all this stuff printed out, these big like Congress has, or like in court, those big, poster board things, and it says Trump Grand, and he just walks up with his Sharpie, puts a little E on the end, and there you go. Now it's fancy. Now we're ready to go. Now we could charge some money for these units here. So there he is at the Fiji Institute. I don't know what this is. What am I supposed to make of this logo? FID Institute? This is the Future Investment Initiative Institute.
It is hard to read.
That is a bad logo. Fire the logo people who came up with like this. Come on. If I looked at it, I thought it was the Fin Institute.
It's the FII Institute, but why is there like a 7 just kind of shoehorned in there?
maybe this is like the 7th event or the 7th summit they've done, but it's just a dumb logo, folks. Back to the drawing board with that one, okay? We'll talk more about King Trump and the whole drama around that momentarily here on the show. But first, I got to get into something. And I know I want to talk about this with our attorney, Mo DeWitt. We'll talk to him maybe tomorrow or something on the show.
Have we not seen him in a while? I was just trying to thin out the list, because we'll go through and figure out what we have and have not talked about.
It's been a little while.
And I go, I think we have a lot of things on this list.
He's been tied up. He's been busy with some things, but he allegedly will be in tomorrow. And I want to ask him this question. I know we've asked him something like this before, but we all were watching the Delta story where this flight it landed. Now, there's speculation crazy. Like I said yesterday, you got half the super political, annoying, obnoxious people who think, oh, this was a woman's fault. There's a woman to blame, Jimmy Buffett style. The woman was a new pilot. She didn't know how to land the aircraft. DEI, whatever. And the tarmac was fine. She should have been able to land this. Women can't fly, And then the other side of the way too online, way too political people who are saying is Trump's firing all these people that work for air traffic control. That's what started all this. Now, who knows? We'll find out what went wrong here. But one thing's for sure, you're not supposed to land the plane upside down. That's not a good thing. And the plane first landed very hard. And though there was snow on the runway, I think pilots land in conditions that seem to be worse than this quite a bit. So don't know what happened, but we will figure out. I know this. Delta has now offered all of the passengers on this Delta flight some money. And some people are like, yeah, that's a great deal. Take the money. Some people are saying, you got a great story. I did a short video about this after the show yesterday, and there was so many people that were like, yeah, you got an awesome story. Take the money. Delta is offering all of the passengers, they say no strings attached, $30,000 for flipping upside down as they landed on the tarmac.
$30,000, and you don't waive any of your passenger rights.
So what? There's got to be something, right? Like, why them coming out and saying we did something wrong or here's $30,000 just seems to be almost like an admission of guilt in a way. Like this wasn't just some act of God that flipped the plane upside down. And if there was a bigger problem here, for me, I don't care about the story. Oh, how fun. I got flipped upside down. I was dangling like a bat on the plane, and then I dropped out when my seatbelt let go, and no, I don't care about that. $30,000, add a couple of zeros at the very least. If I flip over on a flight and think I'm dying and my plane is on fire.
You want $3 million?
At least. I want at least $3 million for flipping up. See, people said, nobody died. It's not a big deal. $30,000, take it. $30,000. It's Delta. Delta's got a lot more than $30,000 to give out to these passengers. That just doesn't cut it for me. And I'd read more details from this paper, but boy, let's see. Delta Flight 4819 is the flight in question. There were 76 passengers on board at $30,000 apiece. That's only $2.3 million, Delta. That's a drop in the bucket for you. That ain't going to cut it. I don't think that's enough. There were no deaths. 21 people were injured and taken to local hospitals. And they say that there's no strings attached. Like, you're not going to face any issues if you take this. Here's CBS, WCCO talking about this.
Thanks for joining us. Today, only one person injured in Monday's Delta plane crash remains hospitalized.
Within the last hour or two, some breaking news. We learned Delta is now offering $30,000 to survivors of that crash. Delta says the money comes with no strings attached.
Right.
However, some passengers tell us their gratitude is mixed with frustration. Adam Duxter has been following this story and talking with passengers today. Adam, what have you learned?
Oh, Frank, you can only imagine the week that these folks have been through.
What do you guys do? Do you take the $30,000, or do you say, I'm going to get way more out of you?
It depends on which one of those passengers I was. If I was the guy that held my phone the whole time and walked out and just like turned around and went, oh my gosh, I just did this, and then like hung up the phone and then or just clicked stop on the video and then immediately contacted TMZ, to see how much I could get. I might already have $30,000. I'll take Delta's money. If I'm the person that's still in the hospital, I'm probably going to have some expenses. I'd like Delta to pay those. I'd like the $30,000 to be a little bit of a spending spree on my part.
And I'm going to take that $30,000 and I'm going to think this is a payout that I'm going to have to consider a couple things in relation to. One, I'm probably never going to fly again. So what kind of inconvenience do I have here now from you, Delta, that you flew me in upside down and now I'm petrified even more so and I'm never going to fly again? That's a huge inconvenience. $30,000 doesn't cover that. There was somebody who responded in the comments to the video I made and they said, I had a friend and she died in a plane crash and her child at the time was very young, like 2 years old. And the airline paid some amount, like $50,000 per year to the child until he turned 18 years old. And I said, that seems better. You took away their parent. They can't financially help them out until they were 18 years old. The airline should step up. The airline was responsible in some way for the crash. $30,000. I don't know. I forgot. I'll have to take a look. I could look during the break or something.
I'm trying to think of when there would have been when in the timeline this would have been for a major air disaster.
Yeah, they said that it was a friend of theirs or somebody that they knew, and that they left behind a 2-year-old child, and they paid every single year until the child turned 18, which sounds better. But my God, I mean, you still lost a parent. Not that you'd remember because you're only 2, but still, it just sucks. I would not do that. Would you have taken
that's super sad that if something happened to me, Jack wouldn't remember?
Not yet. No, he's too little. No way. You don't remember anything from being 1 year old, Josh. What's your 1 year old memory?
Just chilling, kicking it with my homies.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Out on the street corner.
Well, the first memory he's going to remember is when he's like 5, which is why you could bully him all you want right now. If you want to just like take away, if he's sitting there eating Cheerios at his seat, take a handful of them and eat them right in front of him.
That's capitalism, bitch.
I take a bunch of take a bunch of bites of his dinner anyway.
Yeah, well, but this will be more catastrophic if you just took a whole handful and just ate them while you were staring at them. So there you go. Would you take the $30,000? Is that enough? Are they lowballing these people who flipped upside down when their plane landed, if you can use that phrase? Let us know what you think about it. Send us a dispatch here on the show today. King Trump, that's what he called himself after making some moves against the state of New York.
Did he actually say King Trump, or did he just say long live the king?
He said long live the king, which you can read the tea leaves there in a couple of ways. Is he saying long live the king of New York? Like he's some real estate king? I'm being generous here. Like you never know what he's meaning with the post that he puts out there. Is he just kind of trying out the phrase King Trump? Is he like
see how it fits?
Workshopping King Trump to see how people deal with it? Like when you give yourself a nickname and you see if everybody starts calling you it after a while, and all right, Scooter's going to catch on here. This is going to be the next big thing. I just get rid of anything with Sean Wasson written on it.
We'll call you Scooter. That's fine.
No, the time has passed.
No, okay, Scooter.
Now I'm an adult. Now everything seems different.
Listen, Scoot. That's hardly
a whole different world. When we come back, we'll get to some of the latest clips of Trump and what he said there, what you think about it. We got this NFL punter who melted down at a town hall, like a city council meeting thing. And this guy has gone wild into the world of outrage, and he ended up getting arrested. We'll hear his meltdown. We got a lot on deck, a very busy Thursday, and we want you to be a part of it, okay? So do send a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com for that. That's number one. Number two, time is running out. We love you. We hope you love us. Show us some love. Get the last opportunity for merch right now at thenewsjunkie.com. You'll see merch up there in the navigation. Merch. Click that. You'll see the Basic Beast shirt. It's right on top. It's the only one that is available right now. And get your shirt right now while you can. Again, a great way to support the show. It's a good deal. Super soft, high-quality shirts. You need a new shirt anyway. Shirt you're wearing right now I've seen 100 times. Don't want to see it again. I want to see the Basic Beast shirt on you next time we meet. So go get yours. It comes with the Galaxy Magnet. It comes with the very amazing, and you got to see it for yourself, C-Lane sticker, which is all available for you to peep over at thenewsjunkie.com and click the merch button. Thank you for your orders. Back in a moment with all that and so much more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Because sometimes inviting amongst friends is exactly what you need to lower the volume on the voices in your head. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
There's a crash on International Drive where it meets Kirkman Road. Traffic slowing down due to an accident on State Road 408 westbound before I-4. There's an accident on Parr Street near Clay Avenue. Just move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 through that Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try a $3 Son of Baconator today. Big news, bacon lovers. Wendy's Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. For just $3, you get crispy, crunchy apple smoked bacon, 2 juicy beef patties, and plenty of cheese on a burger. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. Mills Air is the best. They are a fantastic company, a family-owned and operated company, a locally owned and operated company, an honest company. Mills Air is honest. That's important. I don't know why there's so few companies that will do that will step up and be the honest help that you need when your AC is broken. But Mills Air is willing to fill that gap. And if your AC is some brand you've never heard of, if it's a Carrier unit, no matter what kind it is, they're going to get you back up and running, get you comfortable, and without that huge dollar sign amount that you see in front of your eyes when you get scared about your AC. Their techs can service any brand out there, and they can get you huge rebates toward a Carrier unit if you get one, which could save you big on your monthly electric bill. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call at 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health. Ozempic plus movement plus diet, that's the key to weight loss. And Future Health makes it easy to get started with affordable GLP-1s delivered 24 hours upon approval. Go to tryfh.com. Tryfh.com.
Hey, Orlando City fans. This Saturday, the Lions kick off their 2025 season against Philly, and I want you to join me, Jack Bradshaw, from Real Radio's Jim Colbert Show, starting at 5 p.m. for the ultimate pregame party. Elixir has half-price wings, $3.50 Coronas, $3 McUltras, and $3 shots at tequila and lemon drops for all city home games all season long. Elixir is your downtown soccer destination. Find them on Washington Street near Orange Ave and online at elixirorlando.com. Join me this Saturday at 5. Go City.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops, receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried EasyCater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're gonna need a bigger recycling bin.
EasyCater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Are you annoyingly inattentive? Do you watch a movie and then ask a zillion questions because you weren't paying attention? Do people ask, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is happening now. Get a king bed for a queen price. Save up to $700 plus a free...
Providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by the Original Super Glue. Buy qualifying Original Super Glue products and save $10 per ticket. Offer available at participating Tools Ace Hardware Store locations. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 1st. So lock in your seats today.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Motown Sounds.
My girl, baby, everything is all right. Uptight.
The very best Motown.
Orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GREEN. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture. This
Never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Get your merch now while you can. The window is closing, and I want you to take a look. You could support the show. It's the best way to do it. Show some love and get something awesome in return. Go check it out. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, click merch. You'll see the Basic Beast shirt, and there are only so many of them, not too many, left for you right now. So grab them while you can at thenewsjunkie.com. I don't want to complain about too much. I hate to do that. I always hate to complain about too much because then people are like, oh, boy, woe is me. Too much money, too much this, too much that, too attractive. You know, all the things they say about me, of course.
Oh, yeah, right.
And I saw this trailer for
too much room in his gloves.
There's that. Nope. Well, people do say that, but it's not true. My hands are normal size. I assure you, completely bigger than normal size. Large hands, actually. So there's something coming out from Hulu. A lot of people have Hulu. You watch your shows on there and stuff. And it's Good American Family is the name of this show or maybe movie that they're launching on Hulu. And this is so dumb to me. All it is they took that Curious Case of Natalia Gray story, which, if you don't remember this, you haven't seen it. There was some young girl who was adopted, and they didn't know if she was a little kid or like a teenager, or they have no idea how old she was. And short of cutting her and counting the rings, they didn't know exactly what to do. So doctors tried their best to age her. They still don't know exactly how old she is. And she's like a little menace to society. That's the best way I can describe her. She's a crazy little wildling, and she's been a terror to all people who have been close to her. And the series was interesting. Did you guys see it, Josh, Thielen? Did you guys watch any of that Curious Case of Natalia Grace?
I did not.
I watched a lot of it. I don't know if I'm what you would call caught up. There might be parts of it. I don't know if we finished her side of the story part.
But you get the gist of it, right? Like
I get real worked up watching that father, that absolute bat-esque crazy man. Just
he's so dramatic, the father. Yeah, and And in this, he's played by a guy. He's an actor who I know and I really like, but I can never remember his name. He plays the producer in the morning show. He's also in the Creep movies, which are really good. If you like.
Wait, Mark Duplass?
Yes, Mark Duplass, who is his face is very recognizable.
Yeah,
but
I knew him from The League.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, funny guy, very talented. The Creep movies, if you haven't seen Creep and Creep 2, those are very, very interesting.
Oh, man, I don't know if I like that because I hate that father, and I don't want to hate Mark Duplass. He's so likable in a lot of the roles he's in.
That's what I thought. And I just thought we don't need it. Who needs this right now? Who is asking for it? We need a dramatized version of this story.
I've always considered myself blessed. I've known I was put on this earth to build a world where all kids can feel safe.
Hulu Originals.
Hi, is this Mrs. Barnett? I see you were on the path to adopt.
Also, the girl that they have playing this Natalia Grace role, I don't know what's going on with this. It's just a strange fit, but they showed this in a moment if you're going to watch here.
We have a little girl here. She is 7, and she has dwarfism.
And what's her name?
Natalia. Natalia Grace.
Natalia Grace. That is beautiful.
Inspired by multiple stories. Okay.
This is Natalia.
They're not even saying true stories?
Oh, my God, bro.
They didn't even get a little person. She's a little person.
Is that all prosthetics?
Yeah, I think so. They got this regular-sized little girl to play the role, and
I don't think it's all prosthetics, Josh. So I tread lightly.
You don't think so?
No.
I think this girl is a perfectly normal girl. I think. You think she's actually handicapped? This young girl. Look up the actress.
Yeah, her name's Imogen. Imogen Faith Reed.
Yeah.
It does say one of her skills is prosthetics.
Oh, okay.
She has I don't know if this is an agency. If it is, the name is kind of hilarious.
What's the agency?
Absolutely is. It's from Oh So Small Productions, Ltd.
That's the problem. She's not small enough.
It's a short, dwarf, and tall actors agency out of Wales.
Okay, she's not a dwarf. This girl is not a dwarf.
She's 4'3".
I think she might be a dwarf.
Is she not as young as I'm thinking she is in this? Maybe that's the whole thing.
I'm not getting an age here.
She looks like a regular-sized little girl to me.
I think she might. I mean, these not mugshots. Sorry, when you're not in jail, they're headshots. These headshots look like she is portraying a much older person.
I'm going to put this up on See It Now. It's a visual. I know you're listening to the show right now. I want you to take a look when you get an opportunity to say what you think about this, and if you think this was needed, because that's my take on this. Like, I'm a little over all these things that just didn't seem to need to be a thing. Do we need documentaries every 5 seconds, and then after you watch the documentary, then like, oh, here's a dramatic version of it. Now here's this, here's that.
Okay, according to HollywoodLife.com,
believe them.
Imogen is currently 27 years old. She'll be 28 in May, so she's
a dwarf.
Yeah.
She looks like a little girl. Maybe it's great casting.
I feel bad about my initial reaction now. I thought it was prosthetics.
I feel the same. I feel the same about my initial reaction. I hope she does a great job. But she doesn't look like the other lady. The other lady is not even a dwarf. She's about a foot off of the ground.
She doesn't look like Ellen Pompeo.
No. She does look a little bit like her. There is no need for this. Once we get the thing, then we don't need anything else. If you do a dramatic interpretation of the Menendez brothers and everybody watches it on Netflix like just happened, we don't need the docuseries afterwards. I mean, it just seems like there's so much now.
This is like the opposite. This is backwards. We got the docuseries, now we have the dramatic one.
Yeah, they're flipping it on us. Now, here's the other version of this. I feel like a goose. I feel like a goose who's
everybody just keeps saying duck.
They're fattening up my liver. Is it a goose liver that they fatten up?
They fatten up a lot of things.
And they're force feeding me all of this content, just going into me.
Content foie gras.
I am. Content foie gras. I think like there's no need, but maybe people want it. Tell us what you think. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch just like this. Let's hear from our friend Joe with a dispatch.
As far as the curious case of Natalie Grace, the newest episodes actually they proved that she was actually a little girl during that whole time. The original adoptees completely manipulated the system, the doctors, everything, and you end up being really sad for her because she was just a little girl.
Yes and no. Yeah, yes. If you look into these stories, it's kind of sad for her, but also she's a monster. She is a wildling and a crazy person. And I'm not going to watch this, but maybe you are. Let us know. Maybe you're into it. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now.
I think that was one of the things that really was frustrating about watching that docuseries was that all the doctors were saying, like, listen, we've looked at her bones, we've looked at her body, we've looked, and we know the way that bodies work, and this is not an adult. You know, the things in her bones, like this is a kid. And then they were like, well, because a judge said that it's not, you know, and ruled on the birthday or something, and she's legally. They said these doctors could not testify this in court. And you go, well, what the hell? Then what are we doing here?
Because they have to go with her legal age, which even though it was wrong, it was still her legal age. It just gamed the system on accident, I guess. I don't know. Maybe people will watch Great American Family. I was a little upset that guy played the father. I was a little...
Duplass, yeah. Was there any footage of him in the trailer being crazy like that dad?
I didn't watch the entirety of it, if I'm honest with you. I only watched about the first 2/3.
You just watched it long enough to know, I don't want this. This infuriates me.
I already know the story. It's like the 9/11 movie. Let's roll. All that. I know the story already. It's a great story, but I know it already. I like to go in. I want to be M. Night Shyamalan.
Do you want like James Cameron to add a love story to 9/11?
Yes.
A Jack and Rose?
Yeah. I would like that. I want to not know what's happening next. I want to know just the basics about whatever story it is. And then you shock me with something. Twist me up.
Okay, go in blind to a movie where you think it's about people falling in love on a flight to New York.
Yes.
And then the Twin Towers get hit at the very
Boom,
end.
kapow, 9/11. Yeah, that's a twist. That's a twist of Rooney on
9/11.
It would have been a twist if the movie hadn't been called Boom, kapow, 9/11.
But it is catchy, though. It is. You're not going to sell a lot of merch, but otherwise, very catchy.
I'll buy some.
It's a perfect birthday
I'll wear it on
shirt.
my birthday.
You might sell Boom Kapow 9/11 merch, but it's going to be in very particular countries, I think. It's just so some areas
Sounds
is not
like
like
Arabia. Sounds like a stolen Fowler.
It might be a stolenfowler.com production. All right, we've got a couple of Trump clips here. Let's see what he is up to. He's talking about the Doge checks that are going out. I don't know how I feel about this. Number one, do I want a check for $5,000 if Doge and Elon Musk are able to save the government so much money that they could take 20% of the savings and then send everybody a $5,000 check? Well, if everybody else is getting a $5,000 check, I want one. I sure want one. I would really like that. But do I think it's good to give so many people $5,000 checks? Well, I think last time we started handing out all the checks, we saw that inflation kind of went wild. So that part of it doesn't excite me too much. But Trump is at least acknowledging that this has been a thing. Let's see what they said.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, hundreds of billions. And we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt, which is, if you look at value, if it were a real estate,
what are you doing with the other
balance
60%?
sheet, the debt is tiny,
Nothing.
but we still want to pay it down.
They want 20% to go paying down the deficit, which should be done. We've been running deficits every single year in this country for as long as I can remember. Paying down the debt, rather, is a big thing that we need to actually focus on, I think, just to be fiscally responsible. $5,000 checks, though. This went from somebody just saying this on Twitter to Elon saying, I'll ask Trump, to Trump being like, it's a thing, we're talking about it. And now it could really happen. Who the hell knows? The strange thing that I've been kind of wading through here is I'm starting to see outlets like NPR say Doge is actually drastically exaggerating the amount of savings that they're coming up with here. It's only a fraction of what they're saying. And when I see that, then I go, so is it not a problem anymore? So is it like, is the slash and burn okay now? Because there's way less. They're exaggerating. You seem like you're very, very upset about it with the other headlines that I see on your website. I can't tell if I'm supposed to be worried about this or not. Let me know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. We got this as well. Trump was on Air Force One, and he was talking about checking Fort Knox. Got to check Fort Knox. Got to go in there, take a look around, see if the gold is actually there at Fort Knox. Here he is.
Well, I think we're going to take in tremendous tariff.
Oh, it's hard to hear him.
Number one, and number two, you take a look at Doge and you see what's happening. We're saving billions of dollars.
On Doge, do you know what they're looking at specifically at the Department of Defense?
Oh, it's so quiet. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to pump this, but
how many times a day
careful.
do you think President Trump says millions or billions? We're doing millions. We're saving millions and billions.
At least 100 per day. All right, hang on.
They're looking at everything.
And are they going to cut more national
They're looking at. We're going to go into Fort Knox to make sure the gold is there.
Are they going to?
You know that we're going to go into Fort Knox. Do you know about that?
Do you know about that?
Sir,
how was that bad, bump?
Did you see that? I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before. He just got hit by turbulence in the middle of his answer. I've never seen a president hit by turbulence on Air Force One, but it happened. Let's go back.
We're going to go into Fort Knox to make sure the gold is there.
Are they going to?
You know that we're going to go into Fort Knox. Do you know about that?
Do you know about it?
Sir,
how was that bad, bump?
That was a bad bump. That's great. Oh, I've never seen a president get hit by turbulence. Even the president is a little off-put by it. The strange thing about this is the Secretary of the U.S. Treasury says, hey, there's gold in Fort Knox. We know that it's there.
I have to ask you, sir, the question that everybody wants to know from the Treasury Department.
How big is yours?
Is there actually still gold in Fort Knox?
We do an audit every year. So the audit that ended the year September 30th, 2024, all the gold is present and accounted for.
All right. You should probably spread the word, sir. You should probably tell some other folks about this if that's the case. We're just getting started. So many things to talk about. We got this former NFL guy who melted down at a city council meeting. I want to hear what he had to say. Maybe he's on to something. Maybe he's crazy, but there's only one way to find out. We'll get into the King Trump stuff. We got so many things to talk about, including your emails that are on the way. Email the show tips@thenewsjunkie.com. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, a Florida senator wants guns on campus. Plus, a Mount Dora Animal Rescue gets hit with a podcast scam. Danny Meyering in for Date Night Done Right. We'll talk to Glenn Klausman for Colbert Court. Tons of prizes for trivia. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast on this Thursday. And today is going to be a noticeably cooler day. We'll be expecting increasing sunshine with a high of around 67 degrees today in Orlando. As we head to tonight, temperatures certainly do turn cooler. We'll be expecting lows to dip down into the 40s and even the 30s for areas to the north of Orlando. As we head into tomorrow afternoon, highs only reaching right around the low and middle 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by the NickleyGroup.com. Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickleyGroup.com.
People told me I needed to slow down. I told them I don't know how. I'm experiencing things I've only dreamed of. I have my freedom back. So while some days might be harder than others, I know a place I can go where I can feel strong and supported.
At VA, we're using technology to help veterans recover faster and live their lives to the fullest. Help us redefine the future of veteran healthcare.
Explore opportunities at vacareers.va.gov.
It's official. Your new Gabe's location is now open. Get the biggest brands and save even more on apparel and footwear for the whole family. Plus, picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Visit your new Gabe's location at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Open daily at 9 a.m. How do you spell savings? G-A-V-E-S.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops. Receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried EasyCater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're gonna need a bigger recycling bin.
EasyCater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again? Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools. I thought it was my stomach. People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Attention! Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel and airfare included for just $99. Here's how. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll be off to a vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. And you'll get 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel fare included. That's right. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll go on a 4-day vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name and get 4 days in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales and is not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you all worked up and working too much? You know what y'all need? Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to have fun. Y'all need some adventure. Why, y'all need Gatorland. How do we know? Ain't no one got more animals, more gators, or more fun than Gatorland. And now, Florida residents get what they need for less with $17.50 admission now through the end of February. We know what y'all need. Y'all need Gatorland.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
It's the best way to get through it, I would say. You can see what's going on the website, thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Grab the merch while you can. There is only a matter of hours left on this, I believe. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, click merch, and get yours now. I always wonder when I hear people like the next thing you're going to hear, this clip I'm going to play. I wonder where things went wrong or if this was just kind of inevitable for them. And I, honest to God, feel bad. I feel bad when I see all these people who just need to get outside more, need to log off more, need to touch grass more. So many people get wrapped up in this. And fundamentally, where I stand on these sorts of issues, which it'll all become clear in a second here, is you only have one life. You only have one life. You only have one life. It's true. Just like some people only have one job. You only have one life. That's a classic banger song. Does that still exist around here?
Did you not move that to the new laptop?
I sure as hell hope I have that around, but I don't know if I do. You Only Have One Job was an absolute classic banger. Damn it, man. It might be lost into the dust pool of history there. But, yeah, you only have one life. You absolutely only have one shot at it and one opportunity if you want to go full-on Eminem. To live your life. You have a limited amount of time. So you should be enjoying yourself as much as possible. That's the true meaning of things. But people get so wrapped up in politics, they get into this insanely negative headspace. You're not a moral crusader. You're not a justice warrior. You're not any of those things. You should just enjoy yourself. Find people that you can love, that you can spend time with, laugh. I don't want to be like, the sign above the bed in your room, live, laugh, love. But I literally mean it. Will you on your deathbed be like, I'm so happy about all the time I spent fighting on Twitter? Will you think, man, I'm glad I got so political and I was angry for so much of my life? I don't think so. I really don't think so. This dude, his name is Chris Clue, was an NFL player. He was a kicker in the NFL, a punter. I know his name. I've heard his name before. He doesn't play anymore. I don't know if that's his choice because maybe he's just like really into political stuff now, or if he made the money he wanted to and he wants to move along. I have no idea. You could tell me more about that because you're maybe more into sports than I am. But this is kind of just like a snapshot of what I'm talking about. Like this guy goes to this city council meeting, which if you're going to a city council meeting, you should address things that are actually happening in your city. That's not what he's doing here. He's just is over boiling with politics and he wants somewhere to let it out. So he goes to the city council meeting in California, a place that probably agrees with him. So here he is anyhow. This is his rant.
Unfortunately, it's clear that this council does not listen. So instead, I'm going to take my time to say what MAGA has stood for these past 3 weeks. MAGA stands for trying to erase trans people from existence. MAGA stands for resegregation and racism. MAGA stands for censorship and book bans. MAGA stands for firing air traffic controllers while planes are crashing. MAGA stands for firing the people overseeing our nuclear arsenal. MAGA stands for firing military veterans and those serving them at the VA, including canceling research on veteran suicide. MAGA stands for cutting funds to education, including for disabled children. MAGA is profoundly corrupt, unmistakably anti-democracy, and most importantly, MAGA is explicitly a Nazi movement. You may have replaced a swastika with a red hat, but that is what it is. I will now engage in the time-honored American tradition of peaceful civil disobedience.
So he leaves the podium, and he goes up to the city council people, and then obviously there's security in there.
Get out.
Sir, this is a Huntington Beach city council meeting.
The visual of him getting carried out is, I don't know why it's so funny to me.
And his
It's like he's on
Tecmo
a-
Bowl sweater.
Yeah, the sweater's dope. I like
It
that.
is a
That was
banger.
an excellent choice. The smartest thing this guy has done. Fantastic. But they're carrying him out of here, and he gets arrested. He's at the Huntington Beach City Council meeting, and all of the people who go to this stuff, all the people who whoop in an event like this, you got to find a way to enjoy your life more. This kind of stuff is not a good thing to invest so much of your time in. I swear to God. Like, you can do this. You have the right to do this as an American. But if this is the majority of your life, log off. Step away. You are not enjoying yourself. It's impossible to be happy under these circumstances.
You're not happy, man.
You're not. You're not happy,
living,
man.
laughing, or loving, and I've had it up to here about that.
You're living in a world of bumper stickers, and you're not happy,
You're not
man.
happy, man.
God.
You're an old fart.
You're an old fart. Well, he's not an old fart. He's still young. How old is he? Chris Clue? He looks young.
30s?
He looks like a young guy. Yeah, maybe. Chris Kluwe is the guy who used to be a punter and now was arrested over civil disobedience against some like MAGA plaque or something that was going to be put in this town.
And now I will engage in civil disobedience.
Oh, he's 43.
Oh,
he's
wow.
the same age as
Good
I
for
am.
him.
Little
He looks
old.
much better than you.
Politically, I think you're solid R-word territory. Okay, sir? I'm just going to go there. But style-wise, number one, good style, cool hoodie. Number two, you look way better than I do at 43. We share an age, but whatever your routine is better. It's just...
Now you know the technique you need to employ when it comes to stopping the shelter. You need to go lay down in front of all the city council people.
Yeah, maybe I do. Daniel on YouTube says, how has Sean reached the age he is with not understanding that politics controls our lives? Easy to take that stance when you're a white man. The fact that you say things like that and don't realize that you sound like a dumbass is why we are where we are. You're the reason for this. That kind of stuff is the reason for all of this. Chill out. Try to be normal. Come up with some ideas. Try to win people's minds over. Calling them Nazis and hateful and all of these things over and over and over is not going to, you're never going to win an election again unless you get control of yourselves. Enjoy your life. Have some positive messages.
Politics doesn't have to control your life, Daniel. I mean, it affects your life. Sure, it affects everybody's lives. It doesn't control it
Not
if
yet.
you don't let it.
No, I think you could stay away from it. I think most people do. Like my neighbors and stuff, everybody in the neighborhood. I think if they heard this, they'd go, whoa, is that how people are out there? And I'd go, no. Normal people aren't like this. Normal people care about what happens in their neighborhood. They want people to be able to enjoy themselves, to be able to make a paycheck and take care of their family and be able to live the American dream and not all this fringe political stuff. But maybe you disagree. Let's fight about it. Go ahead. Send me a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com, and send us a dispatch right now. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Bo, the podcast listener, emails.
Hi, Bo.
He says, hey, good evening, for me anyway, junkies. I'm currently listening to the podcast, so just catching up. Currently listening to the February 14th Valentine's Day episode. Just wanted to share for those who are listening that there is love in the air if the air is digital. Go online and use Tinder, he says. It's better than Twitter. Tinder time is better spent time than Twitter. My current relationship was found on Tinder. We are 7 years strong before that. In my previous relationship, I met my boyfriend on Adam for Adam, which I've not heard of, but I guess like a gay dating app. And we were together for 8 years. So something is working. No, Bo, the podcast listener. It's not that something is working or that technology is helping you out. Is that you are clearly a desirable man. And if you're with somebody for 7 years and then with somebody for 8 years, people want to be with you, Bo. People want to be with you. He must be a good guy. Best of luck for everybody looking for love. Who knows? You may just find it on an app. Thank you guys for everything you do. Truly enjoy listening to you every day. Bo, the podcast listener, congrats on your luck, Bo.
Adam for Adam's a good name, but I think they may have missed a mark by not calling it AdamandSteve.com.
I agree.
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
Just reclaim that.
Yeah.
Go for it. All right, what do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. A lot of you in chat just lost in the weeds, man. Just lost in the weeds. It's okay. You'll get there eventually, I think. We want to hear from you, though. So instead of just ranting online, please record your voice, please. Send us what you have on your brain, what's going on in your head, over to thenewsjunkie.com, or send an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we return, this is important stuff. We now know who the smelliest member of Congress is. And they say that this particular person has breath that is so bad, it could be smelled across the hallway, not even in their actual office. You could smell it across the hallway. Who's the stinky one in Congress? We'll find out. And we'll get into the latest on the King Trump stuff that's being talked about today. A lot to talk about and some laughs, I'm sure, to have along the way. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida, and I just won $1,000.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic slowing down in your usual areas on I-4 before US 27 and after State Road 429, and there's congestion on I-4 between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Keep an eye out for an accident where Central Florida Parkway meets Rocket Boulevard. There's a crash on International Drive at Kirkman Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477 from the traffic.
This report is sponsored by In Touch Ministries.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
If you're ready to refinance, buy your first dream home, do some debt consolidation, then you got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the book, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Real Radio has more winners of our national keyword contest than almost any other radio station in the country. What do our listeners know?
We gave the hint that the call would come in within an hour and they wouldn't have a caller ID.
Saw the no caller ID and I was like, no way.
They say to answer your phone if the number is private or unknown.
Seems pretty simple. Listen for the keyword, enter it at realradio.fm, and answer the phone if it rings.
Hi, I'm Linda from Winter Park.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka.
John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000.
Listening to Real Radio 104.1.
This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health. Want weight loss meds like Ozempic for less than $3 a day? Future Health, the best weight loss medication provider online, delivers fast. So go to tryfh.com now. Tryfh.com.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh-made donuts in delicious flavors, from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Have you heard about Goldbacks? They're a local gold currency that can be used right here in Florida. Goldbacks are real 24-karat gold that you can hold right in your hand. They look like cash, but they don't inflate like cash. And here's the best part. We're giving them away absolutely free. Residents can claim their free half Goldback by visiting freegoldback.com and getting it shipped right to your home. It's real gold, it's really free, and it's yours. Claim one today at freegoldback.com before they're gone.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Tijuana Flats. Every Thursday, grab a burrito, chips, and a drink for just $7.99. Same bold flavors, unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Swing by Tijuana Flats this Thursday and fuel up for $7.99.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops, receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried Easy Cater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're gonna need a bigger recycling bin.
Easy Cater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
iHeartRadio presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
Get ready for excitement at Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Card Club. The all-new $2,500 monthly tournament leaderboard is here. Win $1,000 and a $300 entry into the Tournament of Champions in 2026, plus $1,500 for second through fifth place each month. Mark your calendars for Saturday, March 1st, where you can win $1,000 every 20 minutes from 11 a.m. to midnight. Be there for all the action.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Double your money up to $4,000 at Sutherland Nissan Orlando and OrlandoNissan.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Grand. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row. It's
to be that when spring break rolled around, everybody would go, come on, spring breakers, let's blow off some steam, let's hang out with each other, let's party. That is no more. Email the show, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling. And if you're a spring breaker, you're probably not feeling very welcome. You're probably not feeling welcome. I don't like you. I know in Miami, they started to do these like ad campaigns, and they were like, stay away. We don't want the spring breakers. I might be wrong on this, but I feel like the tide turned during the pandemic when that one dude said, if we get the Rona, we get the Rona. Do you like that guy? Spring break.
Listen, and that would be a fun story if that's where the tide turned. But the tide, the hate for spring breakers.
When did it start?
It was like spring breakers were like a virus that it would attack a place and then suck all its resources and probably plenty of other things, and then and then just ruin it and then move from place to place. It used to be Daytona.
Yep.
Daytona was the spring break place. MTV was there. Panama City, and then little by little, these and the people that actually live in these places, maybe they used to participate, and then they grew up and went,
they got
all
older.
right, well, we want you guys out of here.
Yeah. Everybody's NIMBY on the spring break front. We don't want you around us.
Like, look at any of these spring break stories about them putting up signs and saying we want you out, and replace spring breakers with an ethnicity and see how that would look. Because spring breakers are not a protected class,
Yeah, try that with this. Here's Volusia County Sheriff in Florida, Mike Chitwood, and he's the latest to say, we don't want you around here. Take spring breaker and replace it with anything else like C-Lane said. Let's see how this comes off.
If we arrest your child, I don't care if you're in Tampa, in Naples, or in Georgia, you by law are required to come and pick them up. So make sure before your little cherub leaves for spring break that you let them know if they get arrested, they will be held till you pick them up. Last year, we made 52 arrests. We wrote 200 citations. And I'm looking to really double that this year.
Wait, I'm looking to double that? Bring me 104 kids. Get out there and double those numbers. This sounds like a quota, doesn't it?
Little bit.
Yeah.
Little bit. I want to double that. You want to arrest people? You should want people to not commit crimes.
I get what he's saying, and I do have some sort of sympathy for this anti-spring break crowd because the traffic sucks. It's annoying if you're just trying to live your life and be peaceful. But I've never seen this big of a wave against the spring break crew. You're just trying to party, and you're losing the fight for your right at the moment, at least.
Law enforcement is going to be all over the place. And one more thing, parents, please don't let Sheriff Chitwood raise your kid, because we are not going to tolerate what we already saw on February 16th there, February 17th on President's Day. We are not going to tolerate what happened last year.
What happened on
You're
President's
not going to come
Day?
here.
I don't know. Was that when one of the shootings happened or something? I don't know what he's talking about.
Hold on. Let me
But he's saying, we don't want these people in town. You're not going to come here.
And disrupt our quality of life. You might want to find somewhere else to go if that's what you're looking to do. There's going to be cops all over. There's a portable jail, and we are not taking any prisoners.
Wow. There's a portable jail, and we are not taking any prisoners. Hang on. I'm trying to make sense of that.
There's some mixed communication here. We want to arrest twice the people, but we're not taking any prisoners.
I think he means we are taking prisoners, and we're putting them in our portable jail.
That was really the narrative there, was that he is going to take prisoners.
Abraham Dragonfred on Twitch says, where are the kids supposed to go? Where can they go for free? The beach makes sense. That's where everybody flocks. And the tough thing is, if you're a young person in your early 20s and you live in the Northeast, let's say you live in New York, like many of our listeners, let's say you live in the Midwest, it's been so cold for so long that I don't blame you for wanting to break out of the prison and go to the beach and warm up a little bit. I get that. But it also, like, if it was my town that was being swarmed by all of these folks and they're spilling out into the streets, and I get it. There's a backlash against the spring breakers. Is people that are feeling like we should clamp down more on this. What do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now.
What's a squat truck?
I don't know.
It's a truck. You drop the, correct me if I'm wrong, you drop the suspension so it's squatted down lower in the back. So it's like at an angle.
Is that
you're right. No.
Is that illegal?
I think it might not be totally legal.
Yeah, Josh is exactly right. The front end of the truck is higher than the rear end of the vehicle.
That's one of the things that Chitwood said. He's not going to.
Wait, that's not illegal, is it? To have your trucks to the front end?
Josh just said it might not totally be legal.
I don't know the legality of the truck itself. He hates specifically the giant meetups of squatted trucks that happen in Daytona.
He said he listed off the things. Then he said open container, underage drinking, squat trucks, which sounds like the least problematic of all these things. Just sounds like the place where they do some of these things. Bringing weapons, selling dope, using dope, committing assaults, going to our stores and stealing stuff, dining and dashing, whatever you think you're going to come here and do, ain't going to happen.
Yeah, but I don't care if their truck is a squat truck. I just care if they're stealing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care what color their skin is. I just care if they're stealing stuff. I don't care what their background is. I just care if they're causing chaos for spring break. That's what matters. But I will say this to you, you squat truck drivers, and I don't know what your age group is. I'm thinking young. How do you drive like this? Do they drive?
I think the problem with something like that is you definitely cannot see in front of you. You could run over somebody and not know it.
Folks, what I'm looking at, the vehicle is almost pointing straight up in the air, for God's sake. This truck, the back is on the ground almost, and the front end is pointed up almost to the sky. And if you look out the front windshield, you wouldn't be able to see. Maybe that's up like that, and then it goes down somehow. Because if you drove down the road, you'd have to drive like Ace Ventura with your head out the window, just trying to see what was going on. That seems uncomfortable. Squat truck drivers, chime in on the show. We don't want to leave you out of this conversation, but Chidwood would like to leave you out of his town for spring break. Where are you supposed to go? Is there a safe spot? Is there a place anybody can head to anymore?
I'm trying to look at every one of the stories, and I'm going to every the news source that I can, because I don't know what happened on February 17th. What happened on President's Day?
I'm not sure. It sounded like he was referring to something directly, though.
Yeah.
He changed it to September,
It was
though.
like 3 days ago. What?
I know. I think he said February 17th, and I think he said September. He changed. He made a mistake.
He said President's Day.
He said President's Day.
Did he? Oh, well, something happened.
February, September, President's Day. That thing went down, and we're all mad about it.
Something happened, and now these trucks are to blame. That's the real issue here. If you got a squat truck, they don't want you. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over on the website, thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll hear from you in just a moment. Right now, though, there is a story that's just coming out. I guess not everybody is as clean as they should be, if you believe a man who you shouldn't believe. Former New York Republican George Santos says another New Yorker has the worst body odor on Capitol Hill. I figured those folks smelled okay. I figured they were doing all right there, but maybe they're burning the midnight oil and staying late, and you end up forgetting some deodorant. It's not good. He said that of all the folks, there's a lawmaker in New York, and he said that he is the stinkiest of everybody who's an elected official. He said that this guy is the worst of all of them. Jerry Nadler is the person that he's saying is the stinkiest of everybody on Capitol Hill. Jerry Nadler has not responded.
No.
But Jerry Nadler, I'm going to tell you, I'm in a position with George Santos where my default is lie. My default is that he's just not telling the truth. He's lied quite a bit.
Imagine you are Jerry Nadler, and you know that you slack on a shower here and there. You know that you ran out of deodorant and you just haven't gotten around to the store to get more. You know that there's a chance you might be a little stinky at times, and then somebody goes, "Hey, Nadler, there's a story that's brewing. They're going to out you for being stinky," and you're like, "Oh crap, that's no good." Who's saying it? George Santos. Oh, are you kidding me?
Good to go.
I would get on Twitter Live, Facebook Live, X, whatever.
That's proof that I actually smell good.
And I'll go, you're going to believe this clown?
Yeah,
I smell great.
The stories that contain his allegations, George Santos, say this. An ethics committee investigation found he spent taxpayer money on Botox and adult content on OnlyFans, which led him to become the first Republican ever expelled from Congress. He pleaded guilty to wire fraud, and identity theft. He's facing between 2 and 20 years behind bars, but he's still telling people who is stinky out there. Let's go to you. Let's work in a couple of dispatches while we have just a moment here.
Really quick, there's one story that says Chitwood, I guess, at some point said that on President's Day they had issues with teens. We had one young man armed with a firearm and 110 grams of weed out there trying to sell dope.
Okay. I mean, that's not great.
No.
But whenever they get me with the spooky weed stuff, like the teenager with the gun.
Stop calling it dope.
Yeah, really. That's not great either. Simply Jeremy's talking about squat truck guys.
What's going on there, junkies?
Hey.
Simply Jeremy here. Yeah, well, at least in here in Carolina, and I'm pretty sure in Daytona as well, those squat trucks are illegal. They're idiots that drive them. They're dangerous, as all get out. And I think it was last year, they rounded up like 80 of them. I want to say Daytona. and towed over 80 of those trucks in Daytona over the weekend.
Damn.
But yeah, they look stupid. The guys who drive them are stupid, and they're dangerous. So
yeah,
there you go. There's my 2 cents.
I don't know what the allure is to driving one of those, but with the first one we looked at didn't seem that bad. But the one that you pulled up with that with the green in the front that looked like it was ready to just take off.
It looked undrivable, honestly.
That's not safe. That should not be legal.
Yeah, I didn't know about this world of squat trucks. I want everybody to be able to do their thing and customize cars and whatnot, but that just doesn't look like it's a good time to drive. We'll hear from more people on that. Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Bear Lover on YouTube says, C-Lane, on Fox 35, it's reported a huge gathering happened in New Smyrna Beach where a fight broke out and a teen had a gun. And maybe that's the
That might have been the one they were talking about, yeah.
Yeah, very well could have been. You're always going to have problems like that with teenagers, spring break. Anytime there is a bunch of young people, there is no parental supervision, they're in their teens or early 20s, it's just going to happen that there's bad apples and problems there.
It said in one of the stories that New Smyrna also kind of they put some juvenile curfews around, and then they also asked Airbnb owners to make sure that there were adults with teens that they were renting out. And part of me goes, how much responsibility does the Airbnb owner have to do that?
Yeah. Is it just teenagers and is it just spring break, or is it all these big events? Because I have heard people complain about things like Biketoberfest, which some people are talking about.
There was some lady in the news this week that was very upset about this parking situation that they're looking at for Biketoberfest, or just Bike Week, because Biketoberfest not for a few months.
The question I have then, especially for you, you dispatchers, the question I have for you is it just big events that happen in your town? If too many people come to town for a Biketoberfest or some big event, or is it specifically spring break partiers cause all kinds of problems? Somebody who lives in one of these big spring break destinations, let us know how you feel about it.
What do we have closest to us? We have EDC, right? That's a yearly thing that a lot of some people complain about, but it's mostly just the noise.
The noise, yeah, because living downtown right where EDC was going on, I was never annoyed by it, not once. I didn't find EDC annoying.
I was fascinated by it.
I like to watch all the people in the various states of undress that they were in to head out to their dance music.
It's a sexy time.
But other than if you're in the path of the
Don't laugh at me like you don't think it's a sexy time, Josh.
I don't go looking for that pervert.
Oh, get out of here. We know what you do.
You don't know what I do.
It's far worse than what happens at EDC.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know what that means.
I know what you do with stacks of dollars. I know what happens.
Oh, that's a normal thing.
But EDC is not? Oh, no. You're going to get the ravers against you if they call themselves that still. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from more of you. Your dispatches are rolling in. We got to get an update on the Pope. How's the Pope doing out there? And there's an epidemic happening right under our noses. Literally. What's going on that is happening to a lot of people, including, I think, me. I think I'm part of this epidemic. We'll find out. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Russ, if Ryan gets a speedboat, the next day's headline is going to be this: Captain Corn Carney causes carnage at Causeway.
Ah, damn, he did it.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Multiple lanes are blocked eastbound on Lake Mary Boulevard due to an accident at Lake Emma Road. Keep an eye out for an accident on Central Florida Parkway where it meets Rocket Boulevard. There's an accident where International Drive meets Kirkman Road. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after. State Road 429 there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Hi there. I've got a clogged drain.
A clogged brain. I have that sometimes.
No, a clogged drain.
Try yoga or drinking tea. Earl Grey is the best.
Earl Grey? No, I'm calling Frank A.
What do they know about tea?
When it comes to clogged drains and plumbing issues, you want a trustworthy, courteous technician that's dedicated to customer satisfaction. FrankGayServices.com.
You've heard the buzz. GLP-1s like Ozempic and semaglutide are changing weight loss, and Future Health makes getting started easy. Future Health connects you with doctors who specialize in these meds because meds plus movement plus better eating, that's the key. So go to tryfh.com and take a quick 3-minute survey. If approved, your meds arrive tomorrow. Yeah, find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
It's official. Everyone's sick of their old rides. Love Doctor of Deals RC Hill here. And even I'm sick of my old 2024s, and this month they must go. So I've got the prescription for your old car confliction. Right now I'm paying way over appraised value for your trade regardless of miles or condition. Plus save up to $10,000 on a new Mitsubishi with a lifetime warranty. So let the Love Doctor of Deals help you slide into a new car. You'll fall in love with the award-winning 2024 Outlander Top Safety Pick 7-passenger SUV or the new Mirage Best Price new car in America started at only $15,900. At RC Hill, we're all about affordability. So if you want to save up to $10,000, the doctor will see you now. RC Hill has over 200 certified used cars and rates as low as 0%. So bring me your old ride and get way over appraised value. But get here quick. They won't last long. I'm RC Hill, Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. 2 locations, DeLand and Ocala. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. Offer ends February 28, 2025.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
It's tax season, and your refund just found a new home, the saddle of a pre-owned Harley. Space Coast Harley-Davidson is rolling out the IRS Inventory Reduction Sale. Pre-owned bikes priced to move, some at 50% below original MSRP, and many still have the remainder of factory warranty. Don't let your refund sit. Put it towards 2 wheels and pure freedom. Shop now at SpaceCoastHarley-Davidson.com and lock in your ride before these bikes disappear.
It's Throwback Thursdays at Tijuana Flats. Every Thursday, grab a burrito, chips, and a drink for just $7.99. Same bold flavors, unbeatable deal. Don't miss out. Swing by Tijuana Flats this Thursday and fuel up for $7.99.
iHeartRadio presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
For more than 35 years, Florida Prepaid has been helping families save for college. As the largest, most successful prepaid program in the nation, parents can rest easy knowing their investment is safe and sound because it's protected by the state of Florida. It's the risk-free, worry-free way to save for your child's future, so you have absolutely nothing to lose sleep over. Florida Prepaid open enrollment is now. Plans start at just $29 a month. Enroll today.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Why would you do that to me? Los Angeles, 2021. A friendly neighbor appears out of nowhere and promises to make all my dreams come true.
Let's not forget that David Bloom was a professional con artist.
But my dreams soon turned into a nightmare. I'm Caroline DeMore. Listen as I take down my scammer on Once Upon a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Once Upon a Con and start listening.
Making choices in the morning can be a bit much. I just want someone to say sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, sausage and cheese or egg and cheese English muffin, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Get 2 for only $3. At Wendy's, fresh made food means simple choices. Dare we say it's even a little fun? Okay, not like roller coaster fun. There's only so much we can do, people. When you want less thinky and more brekky in the morning, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
If you suffered an injury at a place of business, dial #law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D, GRAND. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The kind of crew who types the word functioning in bold, italic, and underline.
And get some merch. It's easy for you to do. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com. Click merch. You'll see the latest design drop. It's right there for you. It's called Basic Beast. You asked for something simpler, something you'd wear to work, something that wouldn't be wild like some of the other designs. It's there for you. Go grab it right now, thenewsjunkie.com. Love you. Thank you for your orders. Okay, we'll get to some dispatches here in a moment. I saw a lot of people talking about Mr. Beast, the YouTuber, is very popular. If you don't know, he also apparently has some Amazon show now, but I have not seen that. Have you, Sealan or Josh, seen that at all?
Nope. I haven't watched it. I've heard
Me either.
Bad things.
Have you? I've heard a mix. I've heard some people saying, "Oh man, it's really unexpected and it's interesting to watch on Amazon Prime."
I'm curious if the people that are responding to Mr. Beast's Amazon show are people that have never watched his channel in the first place. Like, is the show a huge step away from the content that's already on his channel, the stuff that he's already been doing, and now it's in a more, I don't want to say reputable place, because YouTube is very reputable and a lot of people make a lot of money having YouTube channels, but I think they think of Amazon Prime Video as like a step up. It's a step up. It's it's more prestigious maybe, and
it's
so
like
different people are reviewing it.
Like real TV versus the internet, there's still this divide. Even if his videos get so many more views than any show that's on television that people talk about, Mr. Beast is still seen like, oh, you were just on YouTube. And I don't know if the content's different. Let me know for those of you who have watched this before we get into allegedly how much money the guy actually makes from some leaked stuff. And I'll tell you, the leaked stuff's not right. I'll explain why in a moment here. But if you've watched that, let us know. Because for me, the content is brilliantly done when Mr. Beast does a video. It's done to retain the audience. It's done to keep your attention. It does a very good job at that. It's mostly made for like 12-year-old boys. It's a bunch of stuff blowing up while a bunch of friends hang out and
giving away cars.
Yeah. What happens when the train hits the end of the tracks and dumps down the valley? Like it's all that sort of stuff. And it's worked very, very well for him. He's a very bright guy in terms of content creation. I'm not going to deny that at all. Very, very good at that. And Mr. Beast now, they're saying some of the financial documents have leaked, and they believe that he is making about $4 million a month. $4 million a month.
Oh, God.
Or $50 million a year. And I will tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, he is making more money than that. He is making more money than that with the amount of YouTube views that he gets. He's probably in the top 5, if not top 3 of the highest paid on the platform. Those are the people who actually keep the business twisting and turning for YouTube. These are the people that your young kids want to be. They want to be creating content like some of these folks who do a great job and make a bunch of money. He's making more than that. When you're doing videos that get sometimes hundreds of millions of views and they're 25 minutes long, woo, you're doing all right for yourself. I can't hate on him for that, but $50 million a year, according to these leaked documents, I think that's actually low. I think he actually makes more than that based on it. Before we get to you, we'll get some other clips that we got to play here on the show at some point in time, and get ready for the next episode to see what's coming up today with Josh. They say that we're now living in the day.
Just assume it's going to be Josh, huh?
This guy.
I've become accustomed to, in these scenarios, it being Josh.
Wrong.
And then I've not been let down in one particular story showing up each time that he takes the reins. Will that happen today? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
But there's an epidemic going on. I think I'm a victim here. I think I'm part of this epidemic. And it says from, I'm trying to see what, I think it's a Washington Post story. It says, we're in a short-sightedness epidemic right now, and we never saw it coming. I get it. I see what you're doing. There is a story about how now more than
see
ever,
it coming, don't you? I mean,
now more than ever, people are having issues with short-sightedness. And I've noticed a lot of people that I know dealing with
this is real? I thought that was some sort of metaphor.
No, for real. Like,
really?
literally,
okay.
Yeah. Short-sightedness. Hang on, let me bring up the story. Oh, damn it, man. Hold on. Short-sightedness epidemic. I'll find it here. The story was talking about how there's so many people now more than ever that are going to need glasses. And the World Health Organization is saying by 2050, literally half of the population is going to need to wear glasses to be able to see things. This is from the Telegraph, all right, out of the UK. And it says, it sounds alarmist, and yet when you look at the numbers, alarm feels appropriate, necessary even. The global myopia rate tripled between 1990 and 2023.
Damn.
Imagine that. Look at something real close to you right now. Bring something real close to your face and see if you could see it properly. Or that's too close, Josh. or if you're short-sighted, can you read that close? You'll know if you're amongst these folks. And the World Health Organization predicts by 2050, half of the world will need glasses. It does for me, too. And 10% will be high myopic, which carries severe risks of complications and even blindness. Myopia should absolutely be viewed less as an inconvenience and should take its proper place as a disease. We are all diseased. If you're on this path, you too are diseased. Not all myopic eyes have the path.
Disease.
I am. Have the pathologies that threaten vision, but it's absolutely the case that myopia increases risk for ocular disease. It's a huge worry and a huge expense for families, according to the Telegraph. More and more people are short-sighted, and it's going up. Like, how crazy to look at the graphs of this. In 2000, there was about 1 billion people that were short-sighted, and in 2050, there'll be about 4 billion people. That's crazy. We're already more than double that in 2020 or 2025, where we are right now. We've already doubled the amount of people who are short-sighted. How many of you are in this same category? That's interesting. What's causing that? And hang on before you hit me with it's the vax, man. It's the shot. It's the COVID shot that's making it happen. I don't know if that's it. Something's got to be causing
it's
this.
definitely the Fauci ouchie that's making all your kids see bad.
Is it because we're all getting fat? If you're heavier, does it make it more likely that you're short-sighted?
I feel like it could be all the exposure to like blue light from your various screens all the time.
Really?
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but
I'm going to see if you're right here, Josh, because that sounds like a legit theory.
Yeah, but that's what keeps me awake. If I took all the blue light out, I would just fall asleep in here.
What would I do without look at screen?
It happens when the shape or condition of the cornea or the shape of the eye itself causes an inaccurate focusing of the light passing into the eyes. But what makes you short-sighted? Just when they grow too long. So I got long-ass eyes? What the hell is that?
Oh, long eyes over here.
I don't want to be long eyes.
I got my long eyes on.
That's terrible news. News coming in, and not so terrible news. Mitch McConnell has announced he won't run for re-election.
What?
Yeah, that's right. After 40 years, Mitch McConnell has said he is not running for re-election. Here he is with his comment on the matter.
Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
No. Mitch McConnell.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute.
No, this is an old one. But
okay.
Come on.
So funny.
This is why Mitch McConnell is not running for re-election. And thank God. Oh, my God. All you weirdo lefties, all you right-wing people, you should all be in agreement that this man should not be running for re-election. He is way too old, and so are a lot of other people in Congress right now. There are people who are way too old. When you get old like that, your mind starts slipping. Even me, when I am their age, I know it's hard to believe right now, but my mind will slip too. And I won't be able to function like I do. And I'll be just like Mitch McConnell staring out into the abyss. Take away my microwave. Take away that too. Take away my microphone when that happens. But perhaps
It's already happening. I want you to keep your microphone. Maybe the microwave can go, but the microphone needs to stay.
No, the truth is eking out now. 2 days sober. It's saying like, gotta get rid of the microwave.
Stop calling yourself sober.
I am. I'm either on or off the wagon. I don't remember which one is true.
What are you doing tonight?
Is that relevant to this? I'm not sure how that's relevant.
Okay.
Are you asking me if I'm drinking tonight?
Yeah.
I'll be drinking some sort of liquids tonight. It would be foolish to not.
Alcoholic beverages?
Who's to say? Sometimes yeah, sometimes no. Now I probably should know because I'm operating with such clarity. I'm at about 65% clarity. Usually I'm at about 50% clarity. But 2 days of no drinking gets you up a little higher. You still say things like microwave, but, the rest of the stuff you filter out. I just feel good, I feel good. I feel like I'm a better man, and I'm going to keep this sober streak going for at least the next 7 hours. After that, who knows what's going to happen? Me and Mitch McConnell hanging out, slamming some beers.
Than 7 hours.
We pounded some lemon drops, me and Mitch McConnell, just staring out at the world. When we come back, Josh Fowler will bring us the next episode. And we never know what we're going to get when that's the case. Well, we know one thing we're going to get, but we know the other things are very, very hard to predict.
No.
So come with us on a journey. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at CoolToday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for the rest of our Thursday, we are going to be expecting the clouds to break apart a bit, giving way to at least a few peaks of sunshine before the day's all said and done with. Temperatures won't be nearly as warm as yesterday, with highs even struggling to make it into the middle 60s. A high of around 67 today in Orlando. Temperatures overnight will be dipping down into the low and middle 40s in Orlando. Meanwhile, north of the city, we're going to be expecting temperatures closer to the 30s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Were you uninvited to game night? Do you play board games with the ferocious intensity of an iron-fisted oligarch? Have friends left game night asking, how do you sleep at night? Then you should get a mattress from Mattress Firm. They can help anyone sleep. Right now, during Mattress Firm's President's Day sale, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get a
For over 20 years, FAS has been the trusted name in Orlando for impact windows. More than 13,000 homeowners have chosen FAS to protect their homes against hurricanes. And with FAS, you're choosing a father and son business that treats you like family, from consultation to installation. Choose Orlando's trusted leader in windows and doors by visiting FASWD.com.
Get ready to roll. It's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, and you're invited to join the fun. Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer. Spots are filling up fast. Reserve your lane today. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling for more details. The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, Saturday, April 12th at Oviedo Bowling Center. See you there.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
Attention! Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel and airfare included for just $99. Here's how. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll be off to a vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. And you'll get 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with hotel fare included. That's right. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll go on a 4-day vacation to the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. Be one of the first 50 listeners to name a country without the letter A in its name and get 4 days in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales and is not affiliated with iHeartRadio. Terms and conditions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go, shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Fall in love with how easy car care can be. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
For my friend, Luke.
For my mom, Paulette. And for my mom, Phenia.
For my husband, Helmut. Honor someone you love by learning the warning signs of stroke.
If you see face drooping, arm weakness, or speech difficulty, it's time to call 911.
A stroke can happen to anyone at any age. Be ready to spot a stroke fast.
Learn more from the American Stroke Association at stroke.org.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
If you want to support the show and get some awesome merch, now's the time to do it. The clock is ticking, so make your way over to the website, thenewsjunkie.com, NEWSJUNKIE, thenewsjunkie.com. Click on merch, get the latest shirt. It's a great design. I think you'll love it. Comes with a magnet and a sticker, so you can play a game of magnets and just look fantastic. Not that you don't look great already. before we get into the next
episode. You said you didn't like their shirt earlier.
They said it looks good. I said it could use a little improvement because they've had it for a while. They look great today. All of these people, even the people I think are crazy politically, right? All the people. There are so many folks who listen to this show. I don't care what side of the aisle you are on or whether you agree with me or not. And most of you are very good-looking people. You're overall, at least when you're not talking about politics, some of you, very nice people, sweet people, redeemable people, people with great taste. Of course, you're here. You have to assume at least you have some good taste. And just lovely. So, yeah, I mean, from me to you, even in our darkest moments, I love you. And I just want you to have a nice shirt. So go get it. TheNewsJunkie.com in the merch section. Before we get to the next episode, I wanted to take a look at this because there's a poll that came in, which when I look at this stuff, I go, people have lost the plot so much. They don't understand the things that average, normal people actually care about. And when you look across the board, when people answer these questions like, which of the following worries you most? I think about all of the things that I hear people blabbing about on social media and yelling about and with each other, and none of them are ever on the top of anybody's mind. It's always the simple stuff. Right now, when you ask people what worries you the most, and I bet the same is true for you, cost of living. Stuff is expensive. Rent is expensive. The grocery store is expensive. Life is expensive. Doing things is expensive. It's expensive to go to concerts. It's all expensive. All voters, that was the top item tied with government integrity. Trump voters, that was 31% of them. Swing voters, 30% of them. That's what they're into. That's what they're worried about. Then government integrity and personal freedoms. Then security of the border, depending on what party they're coming from. Then when I see thinking about the cost you pay for things, for each of the following, how worried are you? And all voters said 69% they were worried about groceries. Trump voters, 65%. Swing voters, 72%. Everybody's worried about how expensive stuff is. Healthcare. Healthcare is expensive. To my self-employed people out there, you don't get enough love. You self-employed folks who are trying to buy health insurance for your company, oh my God, it's insane. It shows you how broken the system is. It's so expensive, and I feel for you, and that's why it's on the top of your list. Taxes, utilities, gas, all that kind of stuff. It's expensive. People want that to be less expensive. They don't care about all the dumb things people argue about on Twitter every single day. Sooner we understand that, I think the more we can serve the actual people of this country. Speaking of people in this country, one American, red, white, and blue to the core, has a segment ready for you. So let's do it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I'm so happy about all the time I spent fighting on Twitter.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with me.
I knew you were happy about that. That's nice.
Big old smile on my face.
Affirmations. Next episode today is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don.
That's right. If you want to get out of your renting situation and stop throwing away money, but put a down payment on a house, you need that mortgage guy, Don, to help you out, to get you that good rate. Because you might have gotten a rate somewhere else. You might have gotten a quote somewhere else. Use the compare quote calculator on thatmortgageguyDon.com. He's going to help you out. He will demystify the mortgage business. He's very good at it, and he's a nice guy. So make sure you visit him if you're ready to do that upgrade. Business loans, he can handle that. HELOCs, he's got you covered. Just go to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Nailed it.
And here's a guy that did kind of miss the boat. This guy.
You know I've been taking some time.
Oh, I know that voice.
It's Liam Payne.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get.
What were you going to say?
Shawn Mendes is what I was going for.
Wrong. Anyway, Liam Payne, his buddy, and two of those hotel employees that had manslaughter charges set up against them, those charges have been dropped. Thank God for them. 3 of 5 people charged with manslaughter in connection with Liam Payne's death have reportedly had their charges dropped. Rolling Stone reported Wednesday that the charges against the late singer's friend Roger Norez and 2 Casa Ser Palermo hotel employees were dismissed. However, the 2 men accused of selling the One Direction member cocaine, Ezequiel Pereira and Brian Paez, are still awaiting trial.
That's kind of crazy. This is a newer thing where if somebody gets high off drugs that you sell them, and then that somebody, in the case of the One Direction guy, jumps off a balcony to his death, you're held responsible for what those people did, is an interesting move. That's an interesting move. And I haven't seen people charged for it as much as I have in the last 5 years.
Weirdly enough, that move is only really applied to illegal drugs. They don't necessarily do that to pharmaceuticals whose, where they say, oh, if you have thoughts of suicide, call.
True.
It could be a side effect.
True, and I would argue that, well, is that right? I was going to say there's far more people on pharmaceutical drugs than there are on recreational drugs.
Yeah, but I don't know. I have no idea what the Venn diagram of which one of those had thoughts of suicide already versus blaming it on the drugs. It's really a hard legal battle.
They said Norris was initially accused of abandonment after allegedly not informing the songwriter's family members of his relapse and faced 5 to 15 years in prison if convicted, but he is happy to put that behind him. Two guys that would love to put their past behind him, Eric and Lyle Menendez, say they had a rough time when they first got to prison, being separated for the first 21 years behind bars. Eric says he was violently attacked numerous times, but never fought back. And Eric vividly remembers when he got word Lyle had been viciously attacked and suffered a broken jaw. The rest of that story is an ad for a TMZ podcast, so I don't really care to read the rest of it.
Real quick, you said they were separated. Are they still separated as far as we know?
I think they're in the same prison now.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, and they said thanks Ryan Murphy because they are getting some favorable looks after that show came out, even though initially I think they were mad about it.
Wonder how many people in the prison have seen that show. They have access to TV at times.
Do they get Netflix in there?
Yeah, Josh is exactly right. After their conviction, Lyle and Eric Menendez reunited in 2018 at the San Diego prison. They live in the same building, not in the same cell, but in the same cell block.
So sweet. Good for them. Maybe they'll be out one day. This gal...
It's me.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Correct, Taylor Swift. Justin Baldoni is who the story is actually about, but he claims... Taylor Swift
didn't have any Baldoni bangers?
No Baldoni bangers today.
Damn. It's me. I'm Baldoni. It's me. See, that could be a thing.
It is now. Baldoni claims that Taylor Swift helped cast a role in It Ends With Us, according to an old clip, claiming that she helped cast Isabella Ferrer, who plays young Lily Bloom, which I believe is the young version of Blake Lively's character in the film.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. He's like, no, she was there all along, even though she says she's not roped into it and she's mad at Blake Lively and they're like not friends anymore. It's a whole thing.
Never know who to believe.
How much have you paid attention to this whole thing, Josh?
None. None.
I don't really care none.
Oh, I thought you were kind of cowering away from it because you were embarrassed that you have read every article, listened to every voicemail, every text message.
No.
The voicemail was too long.
No. Once Baldoni releases some bangers, then we'll talk. Speaking of Justin Baldoni, his partner in Wayfarer Studios made an interesting statement about taking down Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. He said, I will protect the studio like Israel protected itself from Hamas. There were 39,000 dead bodies. There will be 2 dead bodies when I'm done.
What? Okay.
Is what Steve Sarowitz, a partner in Baldoni's Wayfarer Studios, said. And then he walked...
Buddy, you're winning, okay? The tide has turned in your direction.
He walked
You don't have
back.
to go Hamas.
No, he wants to go Israel. He's saying Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are the Hamas in this situation.
Yeah, maybe just leave those things out of it entirely.
Still, it's really not smart to say that there will be 2 dead bodies at the end of this. I mean, could you not just call the authorities?
He later said he's not going to kill anyone, so I guess we have to believe him.
I'm just kidding.
This gal again.
It's me.
Taylor Swift.
Correct. Even though this story is about Travis Kelce.
Oh my gosh.
He spent $140,000.
I'm the Kelce, it's me.
He spent $140,000 on Valentine's Day gifts for her. Travis Kelce, the lowly millionaire, spent $140,000 on his billionaire girlfriend. So that's nice. That was according to an insider that says they love each other very much and anything celebrating love. So,
well, that's better news than the people after the Super Bowl who were insinuating that she was going to break up with him because he didn't win the Super Bowl.
He's a loser.
Yeah, that would have been real brutal.
Yeah, that would be, wouldn't it? This guy.
It's me.
I'd like to take his face.
Nicolas Cage.
Off.
Nick Cage's ex is suing him for enabling his son Weston to attack her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She claims in the lawsuit that he knew about his son Weston Cage's mental issues and his substance abuse disorders and still went out drinking with him, and that is what enabled him to then beat up his own mother and get arrested. Nick Cage's lawyer says the allegations by Christina Fulton against Nicolas Cage are absurd and frivolous. Weston Coppola is a 34-year-old man. Mr. Cage does not control Weston's behavior in any manner and is not responsible for Weston's alleged assault of his mother.
The photo of him and his son is so funny for some reason.
He doesn't look like that anymore, but that is
yeah, that
hilarious.
is weird. When I Googled Weston Cage, I got a bunch of very different photos.
Really? Oh, let me be fair then. Hang on. Weston Cage. Okay. Oh, he's very. Oh, look, he's cleaned up. He looks like a Twilight vampire now.
He's in trouble for assaulting his mother. So.
Oh, that's not good. That's bad.
That is a bad
hasn't
thing.
fully cleaned up.
TV star Alan Ritchson, which you might know from Reacher or the show Blue Mountain State, in which he played Thad. He was childhood classmates with Matt Gaetz in Niceville, Florida, and GQ asked him about Matt Gaetz, and he said, quote, "That mother effer. We are adversaries. It's shocking to me that the Panhandle of Florida continues to vote for somebody knowing everything we know about him and the promises he's made behind closed doors about pardoning certain criminals. He's just not a good dude."
I don't think I've ever described somebody as my adversary.
I was just thinking,
we are adversaries.
He really hates him.
Do you guys think you have an adversary at all? I don't know if I
Chris
do.
Lane.
Yeah, if there's going to be somebody, it's got to be him, I guess.
I'm the closest thing.
That is. This guy had an adversary.
That T-Pain.
A$AP Rocky.
Kendrick
A$AP
Lamar.
Rocky.
Oh.
I said Aesop, like a
Aesop's
loser.
fables over here. A$AP Rocky is not going to prison. His lawyer pulled it off. The jury ruled him not guilty. His lawyer, Joe Tacopina, said he almost had a heart attack while they were reading the verdict. He's a very, very Italian-looking guy if you look him up.
Hiring a lawyer named Tacopina is one choice. That's a move. Yeah, it's real close.
Speaking of A$AP and Rihanna say they are going to name their next child after Joe Tacopina, so good for them.
A$AP Tacopina?
We're getting a little A$AP Tacopina in the house.
A$AP Taki.
This guy, well, he produced this song. Irv Gotti's funeral brings out tons of hip-hop and R&B superstars. That went down Wednesday in New York City. Ja Rule, Ashanti, Lloyd, Jay-Z, Fat Joe, Hype Williams, Sean Lawson, many others were there in attendance. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. And finally, this gal right here.
Jennifer Lopez.
Correct. And if you would cut to the photo, she wore...
Give me a moment here. Give me one
She
moment.
wore what is to be described as an oversized power suit for a glamorous Dubai quote-unquote business trip. I don't know why that's in quotes, but apparently no business was really done.
Okay, I see. Yeah, she's going for like a little kid taking his dad's suit out for a spin.
The brand,
that look?
Mysterious.
What's the cost?
It's just mysterious because the buttons are on the wrong side, right?
Yes. Exactly. You got it. And we don't know the cost, but she wore the suit. And on the boob, Tube Scamanda on ABC season finale. Husband, Father, Killer, the Alyssa Plattle story on Lifetime Movie Network. The first 48 on AETV. And then Stephen Colbert has Al Roker and Monica Lewinsky. And yeah, that's a fun mix there. And that's your next episode. Yeah.
I give you a thing, man. There's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
This guy
He always forgets to applaud
unappreciative
himself.
of the applause.
He's unappreciative of himself. This is a moment to take it all in, Josh. Great job, okay?
You know, whatever.
When we come back, we'll get into the Pope, see how the Pope's doing. We'll get into your dispatches, and we'll talk about Canada versus the USA, this hockey game that's going down tonight. It's looking to be a wild one. Why? Who's weighing in on this? What are the different sides saying? We'll explore, and you'll hear them. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000 just for listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on I-4 westbound between Lake Mary Boulevard and State Road 434. There's a crash blocking the right turn lane on Colonial Drive eastbound at Woodbury Road. Keep an eye out for an accident on Lake Mary Boulevard where it meets Lake Emma Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of America's pastor, Billy Graham. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health. Look, losing weight isn't just about meds. But let's be honest, they help. And Future Health makes it super easy to get GLP-1s like Ozempic and semaglutide for less than $3 a day. Future Health is the first step to weight loss. So go to tryfh.com and take a 3-minute survey. If approved, your meds will be delivered the next day. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business. Whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo, you're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollarweed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonuses. It kills dollarweed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
All right, 1 month down, 11 to go. How is your vision for 2025? Look, if you're still dealing with glasses or contacts, now is the time for a change. LASIK gives you crisp, clear sight every day. No hassles, no restrictions. Start the year off right with the Filatowski Eye Institute and schedule a free LASIK consultation today. It's easy. Just text 1041 to 868686 and get on the path to clearer vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Sunnyside Electric.
Hi, I've got a circuit breaker that keeps popping.
Okay, let me go online to get you scheduled.
That's great. Come on, what kind of a low-tech operation is this?
Here we go.
You've got mail. Ugh, I should have called Frank Gay.
When you have an electrical problem, you want a licensed and insured technician with the latest tools and technology to complete the job right. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Double down on big savings. For one day only, February 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Buy 2 new south windows and doors. Get 2 free. Plus 2 years of 0% interest financing. It paid in full within 24 months. Bring your window and door measurements to upgrade your home with more security, energy efficiency, and impact protection. Stop by our showroom on February 22nd, 2025 to get this deal. Offer is subject to terms and conditions. Visit newsouthwindow.com/222 for full details.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Looking for the best donuts and breakfast treats in town? Then you got to go check out Shipley's Donuts. With more than 60 varieties to choose from, Shipley's Donuts serves freshly made delights daily. Visit them today at 2225 South Cimarron Boulevard.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Radio.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the...
Doing it as much.
Even Kanye said, upon reflection, he is not actually a Nazi. So he's rethought some of his things over on Twitter. Redemption campaign incoming. I'm sure everybody will just love him.
Was that
once more.
after he thanked Adam Sandler?
He has thanked a lot of random people.
Random Jews?
Adam Sandler, thank you for the love. And then 5 hours later, after further reflection, I've come to the realization that I'm not a Nazi.
Last time it was Jonah Hill.
Yes.
And that's who rescued Kanye from the depths of the
it was
moronic, hateful
It was
pool.
because he watched 21 Jump Street. Or it might have been 22 Jump Street. It might have even been a sequel, which I don't know.
Changed his mind. He's like, all the things he had heard had led him one direction, very anti-Semitic direction. But then back now, because 21 Jump Street, and then back into the anti-Semitic, and then back now because of Adam Sandler, who, if anybody can end the anti-Semitism out there, it's Adam Sandler. He's a lovable guy. Like that dude. I think he's nice. But as far as canceling people, Zach Bryan is a country singer. Yes. I love all of his songs. I'm a big fan. It's
I know you are.
Sings Chicken Fried or whatever it is.
That's Zach Brown.
Sings Pasture Blues and Knocking My Boots.
Wait, is Zach Bryan the one that dated a girl named Chicken Fried?
Correct.
Yeah,
Chicken Fry.
Chicken Fry or something.
He probably sings that song now, but yeah, he's the guy. He's a country guy. He's a big star. I'm not going to run him down. He has huge crowds, man. He knows what he's doing. People love him. Zach Bryan, 28 years old, country megastar. And the story that I saw from the Daily Mail said, country star Zach Bryan's homophobic slur caught on camera in New York City bar. And the first thing I thought was, what self-respecting country singer finds themselves in New York City?
New York City.
Get the rope. What's going on here? I thought you were a country boy. You're in the Big Apple, for God's sake. But here's what he says.
There's a lot of country fans in New York, right?
I know, and I know there are. But I like to think of it as a war. And Zach Bryan should be on the other side of the war against New York City. And they
we
said
had that war before. It didn't go well.
You think his side lost?
Yeah.
One of the customers at this bar,
he's probably worn a couple T-shirts of the losing side.
One of the customers that at this bar he was at caught a run-in with him on camera because he was wearing these Ray-Ban Meta glasses, the ones that you've probably seen, those Ray-Ban glasses that have a camera in them, which I only hate for one reason. I think they're kind of okay looking. They're pretty cool looking, actually. Mm. Seems like the functionality is okay, but I hate that they're trying to make them into another AI thing where you're going to have like a little conversation with your glasses. And
that's dumb. Is it easy to tell what they are?
I wouldn't know. I don't think they're slick enough that they don't look like a big bulky camera on somebody's head. But it was caught on camera because this guy at night was wearing these Ray-Ban glasses, and they were playing some pool. After playing 3 rounds and losing, witnesses claimed that the music artist's demeanor and attitude changed on the drop of a dime. So they're suggesting he lost at the billiards game and he got mad. It later cut to an escalated situation as one of the patrons explained to Zach, "I'm not trying to record your ass. I'm trying to record S with my friends. for memories that I want to have fun, and you're just being a douche. Like, you're seriously just being a douche, the customer added, to which Brian replied with the slur, what they call the homophobic slur.
So, wait, so he knew he was being recorded, or he at least suspected he was being recorded, and he said the slur.
He suspected the glasses were recording.
I mean, Morgan Wallen was at least on a Ring camera.
The guy said, like, you're seriously just being a dick. And then Zach Bryan responded, that's the gayest thing I've ever heard. And
I thought it was I thought he said a racial slur.
So, I thought too. I thought he was loaded up with something big bad, but maybe that is enough to do him in. They said that's the gayest thing I've ever heard. Is his comment back to this guy. The patron with the glasses in his own group offered a questioning response as he began to walk away. His friends paid the tab and got him out of there. Country canceled all over again. Hard to know. We'll find out. Let's see what we got
ask
here.
Morgan how he's doing.
Yeah, he's doing just fine, I think, right? His career seems to be okay. More focused myself on the battle between the United States and great neighbor to the north, or not so great neighbor if you ask certain people, Canada. Canada, we've got listeners up there, got fans amongst you Canadians, and I hope we can broker a peace deal here. I know I'm not the perfect person to do that, but maybe it's time for somebody like me to step up. Because the hockey team thing got wild. It got wild. The USA team
looked fun.
They got tired of the Canadians booing the U.S. anthem every time it was coming on. And to the Canadians' credit, when their anthem was coming up in America, the USA side was booing them. Back and forth. Boo, boo, boo. And Donald Trump over on Truth says, I'll be calling our great American hockey team to spur them on towards victory against Canada, which, with far lower taxes and much stronger security, will someday, maybe soon, become our cherished and very important 51st state. I'll be speaking before the governors tonight in D.C. and will sadly, therefore, be unable to attend. But we will all be watching. And if Governor Trudeau, he does not call him what his actual title is any longer, Trudeau.
Governor.
He calls him, if Governor Trudeau would like to join us, he would be most welcome at the governor's event. Good luck to everybody and have a great game. So exciting, President Donald J. Trump. This is getting tense. They were punching each other last time, though. To be fair, that's not really crazy in the hockey world. They punch each other sometimes.
It just happened earlier, I think.
Yeah, I think it happened within the first 9 seconds of the game.
4 fights in 9 seconds. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty quick, actually. So we'll see. Trump has been calling himself king, at least in his battle against New York City. I got a question about that. Because he said congestion pricing is dead. Manhattan and all of New York is saved. Long live the king, said President Trump.
And then the White House posted that graphic of him with a crown
on the official White House Instagram account or like social media account. So he said, long live the king. And a lot of folks said, like, this is it. See, this is fashion. He's trying to be the king right now. Some people said he's trolling. Who the hell knows what the hell's going on? It's impossible. We live in a time where you can't tell what the hell's happening out there. Just whatever your priors are is going to be what you think about long live the king. But he said that it was very unpopular.
Son, Prince Barron, tallest prince in the land.
He is tall as hell, that kid. Let's look this up because he said it was very unpopular, the congestion pricing that he shot down in New York City. Is there a poll? Look up poll New York congestion pricing. Was that deeply unpopular? I know, obviously, it makes it more expensive. To me, it just seemed like it killed a lot of the foot traffic around New York City. Some people were probably excited because there's not as much traffic. So how was that split? Was it deeply unpopular or?
Not according to CBS News.
What's their poll say?
Let me open a couple of these in a new tab so I have some different sides to this. But at least CBS News says that 6 in 10 New Yorkers say President Trump should allow the controversial tolling plan to continue.
All right, so that seems like they're in support of it, or at least not in support of them.
A majority of voters want New York City congestion pricing to stay. In a morning consult survey of 1,200 voters, registered voters, 6 out of 10 said they should allow it. And what is it doing? It's just changing tolls willy-nilly?
Yeah, it makes it way more expensive in rush hour. And then people, I guess, who were just like looky-loos and stuff might not be going through the city as much. But what do you think about it? And his king comments, let us know with the dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first or second dispatch right now.
says on a 2-to-1 basis, they say the pricing is working. They're moving faster. There's less traffic. 41% think the commute times have been faster. 26% disagree.
They probably have. But it just do you want to pay the money? And do you think the money is fair?
And then an Uber driver was quoted saying, I love it because I'm not paying for it.
I don't know how anybody could, in their right mind, live commuting in New York City. It's just nightmarish.
We have a coworker that commutes into New York City from Connecticut every day.
That's rough. That's a tough way to go about your commute, man. It's bad enough already, especially in places like Los Angeles, where you're spending up to 2 hours of your day, maybe more, behind the wheel of your car just trying to get to and from work in the rat race. That seems like it sucks. But I guess if you want to work in the city, that's what you have to deal with. Well, give us your thoughts on all of that. Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Let's see what we got going on. We'll work in a couple of those real quick, and then we'll hear something else that Trump said. Maybe it's worth our time. Here's Tater Hog talking about being short-sighted in the study.
What up, junkies? What's up, Josh? Since you're talking about being short-sighted, far-sighted, or whatever, my personal opinion, it would be because everybody is glued to their phones 24 hours a day, starting at a very, very young age, toddler age. And they're just used to holding that phone close to their face. It's the only thing I can come up with.
I don't know.
Wiggle, pop, pop.
I don't know that that's actually a thing. I think I looked that up recently just because our son spends a lot of time close to the television. And then they used to be.
What kid didn't?
Well, but that used to be. They used to have smaller TVs, Sean.
That's true.
When the kid was too close to the TV, the parents couldn't see it. I don't have that problem.
Right.
You got a big TV. Yeah, big ass TV. So, but I was like, was that just a thing our parents told us? You know, they don't sit too close to TV or it'll wreck your eyes. That's what they used to tell the kids. And I think I found out that was not really a thing.
As much as I want to believe what Tater Hog is saying, I think what we read earlier suggested it was more like your eye being shaped wrong over time that makes this issue occur. And that's why so many people are short-sighted. I'm not sure if something we're doing, something we're engaging with, something in our diet, something physically is causing this. I don't know that they have an answer to that question, but the amount of short-sighted people has more than doubled in the last 20 years and is expected to double once more in the next 20. And that's kind of alarming. Maybe we get down to the bottom of that. Here's Insecure Walrus with the dispatch.
I watched the very first episode of Mr. Beast's Amazon show, and honestly, it was just like a Mr. Beast YouTube video where he does like a game show style, except it
$500 million
longer
more
and had more people. So instead of like 500 people competing, it was like 10,000 people or something stupid like that. It was crazy the first round. And of course, the money is more. He's giving away more stuff. There's more rounds. And a lot of it was in some of his previous YouTube videos, he didn't fully explore some of the reality TV show drama that exists on current game shows. And they've really brought that in on this. They must have brought in some like experts to help him. And so there's the scenario where they just have people standing on little squares in rows, and he like has one person who chooses to take the payout money, and that makes 200 other people be out and just get nothing.
Well, he knows the answer to the question here. The question is, how do you make compelling content? And the answer is, you tell compelling stories. That is as simple as all of this stuff is. That is as simple as the makeup of a show like this, or a great YouTuber who's got talent in building an audience. It's all simply about telling great stories, because people, no matter if it's the year 1000 or 2025, they like compelling stories. That won't change anytime soon. I would watch it. I haven't been drawn to it just yet. Let's hear from Craig. He wants to tell us about being a council member. Okay.
Hey, News Junkies.
Hey.
Josh, C-Lane, and Sean. Craig from Denver, Colorado.
Craig,
here. So watching the video of the individual getting kicked out, arrested
was his name.
Essentially, to be moved out of the city council meeting. True story. So I am actually a city council member for Commerce City. You can Google me if you want. Just look up Craig Kim, Commerce City council member.
I believe you.
and you'll see my ugly mug.
We got 2 fact checkers and 1. I believe you. You tell it to me, Craig. I believe you.
I found it.
We've had people where would show up to those meetings, especially with a topic of contention, contentious topic essentially, and speak their mind, and of course will say some choice words.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it is what it is.
It's part of the job, right?
To do that, they're exercising their First Amendment rights. And
totally, I absolutely agree with you. Cluey is his last name. You said, Sealand?
According to Peisenberg, it's pronounced like Bluey. So.
All right, Cluey has every right in the world to go on a rant in California at some city commission meeting. Every right to say, I'm going to stage this so I get arrested afterwards. Every right to rally a political fringe behind the things that he believes in and they believe in. I don't care. I'm just saying, from a very simplistic point of view, it's a waste of time being so angry. It is a waste of time being so political. And some of the people that I meet in my everyday life who are very, very political people are not happy. They are not happy, and I think that you deserve better than that in your time here on Earth. You can be interested in these things, and a lot of you are, but don't let it take over your life.
You're not happy, man.
Don't let it be
You're
everything.
old fart.
It's bad for you.
I found Craig.
Yeah.
It says here that the Commerce City government website, they strive to be very precise on their numbers.
Yeah.
It says years lived in Commerce City, 9.5.
9.5.
Years lived in Colorado, 14.75.
It's like when you're a little kid,
yeah,
and then somebody asks you how old you are, and it's real important that you get that and a half.
9 3/4.
A known badger on Twitch says, I never trusted a Craig. Obi-Wan Canoli says, I don't know. I kind of like Craig Ferguson. Agreed. High five on that. Craig Ferguson's a funny guy. Always been. Hopefully always will be. We'll see what you think about all this. I know for me, the reason to go to these kind of local events, and I might have to do this in the next couple of weeks here, is if there's a really local thing. Not about the president, not about national politics.
Show up to the thing?
Would
you speak if given the opportunity to speak?
Yeah, I think they're going to ask me to. I think they've been asked to speak.
Do other people on your side know that you are hold the job that you do?
Some of them might. I don't know. I'd rather them not, because some of the things that I've said on here will probably tarnish my reputation in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? I want to stay away from that if at all possible. But the
pro-shelter people are really going to go through the podcast.
The pro-shelter people, all who call everybody NIMBYs, which if you don't know means not in my backyard. It's the only insult that they can come up with. And these folks...
I can call you gay. Zach Bryan apparently did it.
Those folks who say this all over the place, it turns out almost every last one of them doesn't live in the neighborhood that will be affected. That happens so often. It's like you are really loud about what should happen in somebody else's neighborhood and not yours. I've just fallen into this path, and you can like it or hate it. I don't really care. It's just who I am. In 2025, where there are people around me with what I consider to be, even though I think they're coming from good places, I consider them to be coming from good places, but coming up with very bad ideas. Ideas that help nobody, that make life worse for everybody, for all involved. And I don't want to sit back and do an I told you so anymore. I now want to tell people with provably bad ideas, hey, love you. With peace and love, your ideas are bad, and I want you to have no power. I want you to be pushed aside here. I want to make sure that things are better for the most people possible. That's where I'm at in 2025. I'm just going to be real with you. And so many people are tired of being rolled over and just going, okay, the loudest people will get their way. I don't like that, and I'll yell at the city council meeting about a local issue, a hyper-local issue, if I have to. Though there's so many things I'd rather do. I'd rather just do secret shows or something. This is a big, long list.
At which point you will be doing what?
Not drinking, because I'm 2 days sober right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Just feeling good.
Thank God, you know.
Starting tomorrow, he'll be over-posting about how rough
Day 3.
Yeah.
Here I come. All the impacts come on day 3. Pope Francis, how's he doing?
I'm 3 days sober, but I'm still an alcoholic for life.
I can't leave the team yet. I can't do it. When we come back, we're going to get geared up for jury duty, which is on the way, and some incredible stories in jury duty that I really want to get your thoughts on today. An MMA fight that has the whole internet up in arms. I tell you what it's about, but the story is a bit hard to read at the moment. We'll figure out what's going down. Trust me, it is a wild one, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on The Big Show, a Florida senator wants guns on campus. Plus, a Mount Dora animal rescue gets hit with a podcast scam. Danny Meyering in for Date Night Done Right. We'll talk to Glenn Klausman for Colbert Court. Tons of prizes for trivia. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 plus your calls, texts, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show, today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on I-4 westbound after Lake Mary Boulevard. The left lane's blocked there. There's an accident on Lake Mary Boulevard at Lake Emma Road, slowing down traffic. Keep an eye out for an accident on Colonial Drive eastbound at Woodbury Road, and just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
Ozempic plus movement plus diet, that's the key to weight loss. And Future Health makes it easy to get started with affordable GLP-1s delivered 24 hours upon approval. Go to tryfh.com.
tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/Earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/Earth.
I love my Big Green Egg, and if you're looking for a deal on a Big Green Egg, do yourself a favor. Visit my friends at Wassey's Meat Market right there in Melbourne, Florida, or visit their website, wasseysmeatmarket.com. They carry all the sizes of the Big Green Egg right there at Wassey's Meat Market.
Spending gold at Florida businesses just got easier. Meet the Gold Bag, Florida's very own local currency made with pure 24-karat gold. It's like cash, but without the inflation. To celebrate the launch of this new currency, we're giving away free half gold backs to Florida residents. It's your chance to experience spending real gold right here in Florida. Claim yours before they run out at freegoldback.com, and we'll ship it right to your Florida address absolutely free.
Attention homeowners, Chelsea here. For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is making it easy to upgrade your home during our free window month. Right now, when you buy 4 windows or patio doors, you'll get 1 free. That's right, absolutely free. Our exclusive Fibrex material delivers the perfect combination of stunning style, durability, and energy efficiency, keeping your home cool in the Florida summer, comfortable in the winter, and efficient year-round. Perfect for your home makeover this season. Act fast. This exclusive offer is only available for a limited time. Whether you're looking to upgrade your windows or add beautiful new patio doors, now's the time to make it happen. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today and see how we can help you transform your home. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window. Minimum purchase required. Free window of equal or lesser value. Offer ends soon. See website for details. License number CG C1527613.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. Facing an injury is tough, but choosing the right attorney shouldn't be. I'm Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney. With my zero-fee guarantee, you won't pay a single dime unless we get you money for your injuries. No hidden costs, no upfront fees, just dedicated, hardworking lawyers when you need them the most. Why wait? If you're injured on the go, visit justcallmo.com or give us a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. It's that easy.
Right now at Verizon, you can get one line for less than you think. Just $50 per month when you bring your phone. which is less than you spend on Bella's Dog Walker and Glam Squad every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $50 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees at your local Orlando Verizon store today. $15 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
It's always a good time for donuts, so indulge in Shipley Donuts. Fresh made donuts in delicious flavors from classic glaze to the Oreo cookie top treats, crafted with quality ingredients. Catering and online ordering is available. Visit Shipley Donuts, now open in Orlando on South Cimarron Boulevard.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
iHeartMedia presents the Fresh from Florida Groceries Giveaway. 50 lucky winners will each receive a $100 grocery voucher to indulge in Fresh from Florida goodness. Enter to win at iHeart.com/freshfromflorida.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Motown Sounds. The very best Motown from the Supremes, Stevie Wonder, Smokey Robinson, and more. Open the free iHeartRadio app, search Motown Sounds, and listen now. Commercial-free. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Stretch your tax refund with new Nissans from 18.9 at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the News Junkie.
Comes to die. Apparently, this just happened around the world. It happens in England, too, according to the latest couple of stories that I've seen here. What happens here is sometimes people get savvy. Sometimes people get savvy to how the media works. And there are two women who are doing it right now. They said, toss away the scruples. We've got no worry about our pride being knocked down. We really don't care about shame. We're going to manipulate the media because we know how this thing works. And it's these two women that keep like out orgying each other. And the media that just continues to run with whatever stories they put out there. The one girl who allegedly had sex with like 1,000 people, which, all right, go do your thing. All the power to you if you want to do that. But afterwards, she goes out and says, I'm pregnant. And then there's all these, like, I'll see a legitimate news story from a legitimate outlet saying, like, woman pregnant after sleeping with 1,000 men. And I'll go, she's not pregnant. She knows how to pull your strings, which.
That is not the pull I thought you were going with.
Yeah, really. Kudos to her for knowing how to manipulate the media and get attention. And all I have to do is say crazy things. And I wouldn't like that look. I wouldn't like if it was my daughter doing that. But there's a lot of people who figure out how it works and how media outlets, when they consider themselves very serious, they still lead with sex sells. They still lead with what's going to be clicked by everybody. Most importantly, in 2025, they lead with hate bait. So if it can make you hate your neighbor, if it can make you hate somebody else who you probably agree with on most things other than this kind of stuff, then they'll put it out there and they'll fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. And that's what I've seen.
I was trying to find. You said there were the two of these women that were out trying to outdo each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because
there's a British one, and then the other one's American. We have to take her.
We have a Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue.
Yep, those are the two of them. Yeah, and they're both making a boatload of money, I'm sure. Again, get your bag, do your thing, go for it. OnlyFans, there you go. But they're such suckers, these media outlets will be like, oh my God, look what's happening here. Or just falling for anything that seems so sexy and salacious like that.
You think there's anybody that, hears that these two women are trying to outdo each other in number of men and they're not really successful with ladies, so you just feel like, maybe if I'm just in the area, I'll get lucky.
Yeah,
if we just end up at the same 7-Eleven, she's trying to get another notch.
It used to be different. It used to be that if you saw somebody famous and beautiful, you were so many steps away from being able to get in bed with that person. I think a lot of those steps have been removed. I think in an effort to closer connect with our fan base, people have made it so like you can legitimately see a person and then have sex with them if you're willing to be part of the content they're creating. 2025, baby. It's just what's going on out there. But that to me isn't real, actual news. This is, though, because it's another dumb thing happening that has people arguing and hate bait, if you will, of another type. This was at a recent MMA match, mixed martial arts, where 3 women decided to fight 2 guys. And then the result was these guys just beating the hell out of the women and everybody online going, how could this happen? It's like, I see these 3 women. There's so many problems here. The first thing, let's take a look at them, Sealand, for the people watching on YouTube and Twitch. These outfits are not suitable for the MMA fight. You're wearing like skirt-looking things. You're not going to be able to move and bob and weave as well as you could have.
MMTNA.
That's not a good outfit for any kind of sport like this. And the 3 women went into the ring with 2 dudes, and it was just a slugfest and a horrific thing to watch. For me, I hate this stuff. I hate to see some dude in the ring punching a woman, even if they were the ones who accepted it and wanted to do this. It says it happened in Las Vegas, but I don't know. I'm not sure if this really did occur there. LasVegas.ro.
You don't believe the floor?
I don't know if I believe the floor. Like, LasVegas.ro seems less than acceptable. It says Romanian production company. Hang on. MMA Romania. Let me see if I can bring up another story on this. Fans fume at sick MMA fight after 3 Instagram and OnlyFans models are beaten up in seconds by 2 male fighters. Well, yeah, that's how it goes. Bonita, Denisa Costella, and Maria Adriana were all dressed in white and twerked for the cameras before entering the cage.
I say you nailed it.
What's
I'm getting an access denied. The owner of www.lasvegas.ro has banned the country or region your IP address is in, as in the United States.
What's going on here?
It's a Romanian gambling website for sure.
Okay, so it's like Stake, which is our gambling site in the U.S., or it's not here, but it's one that a lot of people use here. These gambling sites are getting better at advertising to your kids. Parents, let me tell you something. Be careful. One of your jobs...
Your children are gambling.
One of your jobs as a parent is to keep your kids safe and tell them the things that could go wrong. And it remains a thing that's very hard for me to understand. But I've seen enough people, and I've known some people, that are incredibly addicted to gambling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. I have seen this really bad. Like, when we talk in our group chat between myself and Sealand and Josh, and we'll gamble on something, I will put $20, $50 at the most on something to make it fun to watch, and maybe I can get a big payout or something, but I don't care if I lose the money. Some people go so far down this rabbit hole, it's disturbing to me. There was a story, I don't think I told this on the show. There was a story the other day that I saw where this woman had to leave her husband. She said previously her and her husband had gotten into a fight. They had a kid as well. And her husband had gambled away their rent money, and he was addicted to gambling. She went out. I did not know this was a thing. Maybe you guys had heard of this, but there's a list apparently you can put yourself on, and all of the gambling websites and casinos will not let you gamble if you voluntarily put yourself on this website. You say, hey, ban me from gambling. So
can you get off the list? Can you come to terms with your addiction and go through some help and then go, all right, I think I can control this now. I'd like to be taken off the list.
I don't know if you get locked on or how it works. See if you guys can find out about that. We'll talk about it during jury duty, like the gambling exclusion list or something. We'll find out what the name of it is. But this guy then said, all right, I'll stop for our marriage and for our family. And she said, I was sitting there the other day, and my husband said, you look really beautiful. And she goes, oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. That's sweet, baby. And he goes, can I get a picture of you? And she says, yeah, of course. And she smiles. He says, smile for the picture. He takes a picture of her on her phone. Then he's working on some stuff. Turns out he was taking the photo to verify her identity on a gambling site, and he was like gambling as her on some other website. Jesus. And that's the reason why he was taking the photograph of her. Some people go really to a bad place with gambling. And a lot of this stuff is just advertisements for that. I don't know about the orgy thing, but this kind of MMA thing is, and your kids should be very wary of being around that. We'll find more about that list, I think, when we come back. And jury duty, 2 stories that you absolutely have to hear about, some good ones and some scary ones to kick us off in jury duty. And that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings, the official partner of the NBA.
The All-Star break is over for the Magic. They're back on the court tonight, visiting Atlanta. The Magic 7th in the East, a half game ahead of the 8th-place Hawks. College basketball, UCF got burned for 104 points. They lost at Oklahoma State, their 7th straight loss. Huge game in defeat for Keyshawn Hall. He scored 34. Next up, a home game Sunday against Utah. Also in college hoops, Florida State used a big second half to put away Miami. I'm Matt McCoy.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Hey, Orlando City fans, this Saturday, the Lions kick off their 2025 season against Philly, and I want you to join me, Jack Bradshaw, from Real Radio's Jim Colbert Show, starting at 5 p.m. for the ultimate pregame party. Elixir has half-price wings, $3.50 Coronas, $3 McUltras, and $3 shots at tequila and lemon drops for all city home games all season long. Elixir is your downtown soccer destination. Find them on Washington Street near Orange Ave and online at elixirorlando.com. Join me this Saturday at 5. Go City.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
This is Ben Bullen from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. Folks, we bet you know at least a handful of people that are taking Ozempic, semaglutide, or other similar medications, and they're doing so for good reason. These are groundbreaking ways for changing quality of life, and Future Health makes accessing them simple, safe, and affordable.
Yeah, obesity affects roughly 42% of U.S. adults, according to the CDC. And I am actually someone who's struggled with weight loss in the past, and I've had great results from trying some of these GLP-1s in the past myself.
Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours.
So don't delay. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Bike Week is right around the bend. Make Orlando Harley-Davidson part of your Bike Week plans. Orlando Harley-Davidson has the largest selection of new and pre-owned Harley-Davidson motorcycles in the state of Florida. Stop at Orlando Harley-Davidson during Bike Week, February 28th through March 9th. They've got food, exclusive merchandise, pinstriping, tattoos, music, a full bar, and so much more. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and Orlando Bike Week details. Stop by the Orlando Harley-Davidson dealership located next to I-4 across from the mall at Millennia.
During tax season, your personal info travels to a lot of places you can't control. Between payroll, your home office, your tax preparer, and the IRS, if your W-2 gets exposed, that's just the ticket for identity thieves. That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't let identity thieves take you for a ride. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
At Rasmussen University, we offer a full suite of nursing programs from pre-licensure to doctoral, online and on campus. Programs vary by campus. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
The countdown is on to our iHeart Podcast Awards.
Live at South by Southwest.
Creativity, knowledge, and passion will all be on full display.
Watch March 10th on iHeartRadio's YouTube and Facebook, and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America.
Lenovo is proud to be a part of the iHeart Podcast Awards at South by Southwest, where creativity and innovation collide. With the new Legion Go S, the first licensed handheld powered by SteamOS, your game goes anywhere. Visit Lenovo.com/Legion Go, empowering creators everywhere.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Meet the 3 friends Bill Cosby called frat bros. This is
You can get yours, Basic Beast, the design. Take a look at it. Go see if you like it. I think you will. If you're a fan of the show, you got to take part in Game of Magnets. Put the Galaxy magnet on your vehicle. Love this one in person. Looks way better than it ever would on camera here. And the beautiful face that makes up the sticker for this round of merch. It just can't really be outdone, honestly. Can't be outshined. It's maybe the most beautiful sticker.
I hope it's not outshined. I don't need that to be outshined.
Yeah, that'll make sense when you go check it out. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. While you can, check out the merch section of the website. MFQ on YouTube says, hello, Sean. Not sure if you've seen this. I've been busy today. But NASA dropped the chances of us getting hit by that asteroid. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that yesterday for the first time. It came down, and then I thought to myself, this thing is still years away. Are we just going to keep moving back and forth? 2% chance, 1% chance, 3% chance. Don't worry, do worry. I guess they recalibrate all the time, and I don't know if I'm supposed to get worried about this yet, but it's always concerning when it's something like an asteroid, for God's sake. And I do believe it's going to be something like that ends us all. That's my theory. I think all the things that humans think will be the end of humanity, we're all wrong. We're not smart enough to predict what it will be. You think the dinosaurs thought it was going to be an asteroid? No. They were sitting there dinosauring, and they were like, we got it made.
Half the dinosaurs were pretty sure that their dinosaur president T-Rex.
perfect.
Was, with his tiny arms.
That's King T-Rex to you.
Yes.
Some of them worried about dinosaur climate change, and others worried about various issues out there. Trans
Tyrannosaurus, the king of the dinosaurs.
The dinosaurs had everything going in the world. They thought they knew what the problem was.
I think the most ridiculous thing about this king thing that we're all talking about today,
King Trump,
the King Trump thing, is that there's so many things he has done since taking office that are bigger than fixing a couple tolls in New York City, in one city. There's so many more reaching things that you could go, yeah, I did this, long live the king. But it was like, no. I got rid of some weird fluctuations in the toll price.
Yeah.
Worship me.
One thing that's interesting to me is this whole boy who cried wolf kind of thing that goes on, where if people don't like Trump, which whatever, I get it. Like, if you don't like Trump, that's fine. You're allowed to not like Trump. It's America. You can have your own people that you like and people that you dislike. And you're not crazy for disliking somebody like Trump. You probably just don't agree with him politically. That's fine. But when you think everything is like Nazi, everything is fascist, everything is like end of the world, and you say that for every little thing, the problem is people will do research on these things and see that it wasn't what you said it was. It wasn't as bad as you said it was. And then when there really is something, then a lot of normal people, which is what you need to stay in contact with, will go, I don't believe you. You've been saying this the whole time. And then for once you're like, no, but for real. And it's like the boy who cried wolf. I think that actually turns out to be bad. And we've had people saying everything is everything, whatever the insult of the day is for 10, 12 years now. I want to ask a question. Well, let's do this in jury duty. We can make this work for jury duty.
All right.
Maybe we could find out something together and learn. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Oh, this isn't going to go good. 3 dog owners on the show. 3 people with dogs that I assume, care about. Obviously I love Lady, or Cavalier. And you got old Rigby.
Great guy.
Beautiful dog, beautiful man. Very, very strong.
Handsome.
Shockingly strong, actually, Indeed. Josh's dog. And C-Lane's dog, Lexi, which she's
had
a
some
little
breath issues lately.
Has she? Is this from her zooming around the new backyard, and the new backyard is so big that she
I think she might be finding stuff out there, man.
Oh, no. What's she getting into?
I don't know. She got a perfect bill of health, and the vet said her teeth were super clean. And I was like, well, what's the breath? And I guess my wife was in there, she had the baby. And the vet was just like, has your dog been eating a lot of people food lately? And it just glared at my son.
Oh, no. It happens, though. Big Doug Millionaire on Twitch says, you're right. The Nazi thing is overblown. My heart goes out to you. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, but yes. Yes, legitimately, that thing is overblown. And hold your fire. Wait till you got some things that people should actually be concerned about. Like this, for instance, but this isn't about any political thing. This is a photo that somebody snapped when they were driving down the interstate.
This is the second one of these that has been on this subreddit.
I've seen it too.
In as many as, I think, a week or two. And it wasn't even, I don't even think it was the same vehicle. I'm not 100 on that, though.
I have how I emotionally feel about this. I'll describe it in a second, everybody. And then I'm trying to figure out legally what's the correct answer here. But this is a person who's been seen driving on the interstate with a flatbed truck. So when I say flatbed, I mean there are no sides of the truck and there is no back of the truck. There's just a flat bed on the rear of this vehicle. And many people have photographed or videotaped this person driving around always with their dog on the flatbed of this truck. Now, it appears if you really zoom in and look at things, like there is some sort of short leash going from the truck itself to the dog. But there are no barriers. There is no cage. There's nothing like that you see when you look at this. And my gut tells me, my emotional reaction tells me, that this is wrong. As a pet owner, I don't want animals to be carried around in vehicles like this, where it looks like if you hit the brakes, that dog could fling off the side and you'd be hanging the thing. But what are the actual laws? Like, is this against the law to not have your dog secured in the back of your vehicle?
I don't think so, because dogs are technically considered your property.
That's true.
No, but it could be some form of animal cruelty, can't it?
Probably.
I don't know. But Josh is right. Your animals are, by law, property, which is why somebody blew up a dog and they did not get in trouble for that because they said that it is absolutely human property. But the dog is in the back of this vehicle with some maybe canvas or whatever leash going on that's a foot or two long, and the dog has nothing holding it from flopping off the side of this thing at God knows what speed off the side. I'll put this over on See It Now so everybody can take a look at this. And let's maybe with Moses or at another time go into what the legalities of that are.
All right, to clarify,
kind of shocking.
I found the original post, the first one, and it said the person's from Washington State.
He has a Washington State license plate.
And it's the same truck, although there's more crap on the truck this time. In that one. But also, in this one, I think they were just going down a surface level road. They weren't on I-4. They weren't on the highway.
They're just cruising around?
This one's a video, though.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's either bad or it's not bad, though. Like, it shouldn't matter what road they're on necessarily. Jace on YouTube says, why don't we just ask what the dog thinks? We're not there yet. We're so close, but we're not there yet. I hate that. I think it just doesn't seem like a nice thing to do. I know there's different perspectives on pet ownership based on cultural upbringing, but, I like, as an American, purely American thing, that we go above and beyond, that we care about our animals and that we try to give them a better life. Like, I think that's a good, morally right thing to do, and this doesn't seem to jive with it. But we'll check on the law, see how that's doing. Okay, Jury Duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO is the number, 800-CALL-MO, or, of course, you can go to justcallmo.com. He'll be in with us tomorrow on the show.
Yes.
We've got a story to start off and then a story to even out. The story to start off goes like this. Women, yet again, involved in a planned attack at a high school. Women who, for the vast majority of our recent history, haven't been responsible for things like school shootings or school attacks or mass casualty attacks. It's been us. It's been the guys. There's a reason why most of the prison population is men. Not us in particular, but our sex, the male sex, us with the XY chromosomes. We've been the ones who have been responsible for this stuff. Prisons are full of men because men are naturally more violent than women are, thank God. But I've seen these stories, especially these ones of these school attacks popping up. And yet again, there's some women that were involved in this, or young women, I should say, in this case. These teenage girls have been arrested. They caught them before the attack was going to take place at Memorial High School. They were going to launch some pipe bombs into the school and attack a bunch of people. And somebody reported them to the FBI at the last minute. They investigated and found that there was reason to believe they were going to do this. The Montgomery County Sheriff's Office said the safety and security of our schools and community remain our highest priority. We understand the concerns the situation may cause for students, parents, and faculty. We're taking every necessary precaution. That's what they say, sort of boilerplate. To bring it back to the other side, a young man in Cambria County, Pennsylvania. He's a local grocery store employee, and he's been jailed after he reportedly threatened to carry out a mass shooting at his workplace. 25-year-old Dylan Schaefer was arrested because he made threats to harm his fellow employees and customers while playing online video games on Xbox. Josh, you're a video game guy. Online, you ever heard anybody make a threat when you're playing?
It's mostly little kids saying the N-word.
Yeah, I've heard that, right. Yes, but nobody saying, like, I'm going to boom, and then putting out something like that would be a threat, actually.
No, not that I've heard.
This person did that, and they said, I'm sick of people, these effing idiots. I'm bringing a gun to the store, and I'm shooting people, and they always do things wrong, yada, yada, yada. So a young man who was attempting to do something that was taken out for that one. Both sexes responsible for potential violence. Let's get it together. When we come back, Pope Francis, finally, we're paying this off. We got to talk about it. We'll see what you think about what we've been discussing here on the show today as we roll on a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I'm from Merritt Island, and I won $1,000 just for listening to 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic slowing down due to an accident on I-95 southbound before LPGA Boulevard. There's an accident on State Road 434 westbound at McCulloch Road, blocking multiple lanes there. Traffic still slowing down in your usual areas on I-4 in that Champions Gate area and in that Lake Buena Vista area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Ready for the special season that's not on any calendar? It's free phone season. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless this tax season and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops. Receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried EasyCater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're going to need a bigger recycling bin.
EasyCater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
All right, 1 month down, 11 to go. How is your vision for 2025? Look, if you're still dealing with glasses or contacts, now is the time for a change. LASIK gives you crisp, clear sight every day. No hassles, no restrictions. Start the year off right with the Filatowski Eye Institute and schedule a free LASIK consultation today. It's easy. Just text 1041 to 868686 and get on the path to clearer vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com. When it comes to replacing your home's windows and doors, father and son knows best. And that's one of the many reasons FAS Windows and Doors is Orlando's #1 residential window and door contractor. You can count on fair pricing, installation perfection, integrity, and customer satisfaction every single time. Providing Orlando with the best selection and high quality windows and doors for over 20 years. Trust the leader in windows and doors. It's FAS Windows and Doors. Schedule your free consultation today at FASWD.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
This is Ben Bullen from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know.
Future Health connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, along with support from a trusted network of over 6,000 providers and pharmacies nationwide.
Just go to tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com and find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
He won't hesitate to call you out when you're being a little ASCII. This is the news.
Get your merch while you can. The window is closing, and thank you. I love you. I appreciate you if you grabbed a shirt over at thenewsjunkie.com. If you didn't, it's not too late, but honestly, just thanks for supporting the show. That is so much appreciated. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, click on merch, take a look at the Basic Beast shirt, pick it up with the Galaxy sticker and, the Galaxy magnet for Game of Magnets and the Sea-Lane sticker, which is a grand surprise for all. Grand with a little E on the end, so it's fancier.
Yeah, make it a little fancy, put a little E.
That is available for you on thenewsjunkie.com. Just click merch, please, whilst you can. I saw this story, and I said, I don't know if this is true or not, but it made me think along a different kind of path after I read it. And there's a woman who has come out, and she's posted all over social media. Maybe she's grifting. Who knows? Who cares? Whatever.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
This woman said she's divorcing her husband because she caught him doing something. And immediately when I hear about that, I go, well, okay, what's next? Yeah, did you catch him cheating on you? Because hell yeah, you should divorce somebody if they cheat on you, or at least it's up to you. You could if you want to, and you'd be in your right to do so if somebody cheated on you and you didn't want to give them another chance. But it wasn't that. It wasn't that the person cheated on her. Her husband didn't cheat on her. It was that she caught her husband booing Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. And when she saw the footage... she was angry. She says, grifter or not, she says she was angry about this, and she actually filed the divorce papers because if her husband would be the poor person to boo Taylor Swift, that was not the person she wanted to be with. And so I thought to myself, is there something that Courtney could catch me booing that I would get in this kind of level of trouble for? Like, could you catch me on the Jumbotron somewhere and something has happened? I'm trying to think of like her favorite thing.
The Puppy Bowl.
There's nothing like that because she likes Kanye's music. Music, only his music, folks, okay? But if I booed Kanye, that would be seen as normal. People would be like, oh, yeah, on account of the stuff, on account of the things that he's saying. I don't know what I could boo that she would go, I am done with it. I can't believe this. I caught you doing this right now. Jace on YouTube says, oh, that guy just dodged a big bullet then.
Maybe.
So does Kev. Same thing. 2 people in a row saying dodged a bullet. This is a red flag for her. If you're only one Taylor Swift boo away from divorce.
Kevin and Jace are about to be best friends.
They're doing the dude, where's my car?
It was right there, right next to each other. I think this is a bit of an extreme measure. In fact, Zephyrus Biker says a Swiftie extremist. It's a large move to make to get divorced because your husband boos Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. I wouldn't do it, but I also find it to be a red flag that this is the sentence that the wife used. I have loved Taylor Allison Swift since I was 12 years old. Now, you could put a gun to my temple, and I wouldn't know what Taylor Swift's middle name is.
You do now.
Now I do, but I'll probably forget it.
Do you
Taylor
remember what
Allison
Joe
Swift.
Biden's middle name is?
Oh, Joseph. It's a lady name, isn't it?
It's kind of, yeah.
Dementia.
It sounds it sounds like a lady name, but only a mini lady.
A mini lady. Joseph Mini Driver Biden.
Joseph Robinette.
Robinette, yeah. That might have been cool back in the day, though. Like, ooh, Robinette. He's hanging out with Corn Pop.
Robinette's over there smoking cigarettes in a leather jacket.
Yeah, now all of a sudden Robinette's cool. You want to stay away. Taylor Swift, or Taylor Allison Swift, was her number one fan, or she was the number one fan of Taylor Swift since she was 12 years old. My husband even likes her, too. He'll put on her music when we're cooking together. He has a favorite song. It's called Girls at Home. But when we were at the Super Bowl, it was me, him, and 5 of his buddies. And when they put Taylor on the Jumbotron, all of his buddies started booing, and my husband joined in. And that just tells me everything I need to know about that man, because he didn't care that would hurt my feelings. Whoa. I mean, is he a provider? Does he fight for you? Does he care about you? Does he do all of the things that a husband should do in a relationship? Because to me, that would be more important than if he booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. But ladies, tell me where I got it wrong. I probably got it wrong. I might have it wrong. Let me know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now. Let's check in on the Pope. The Pope is said to be breathing on his own. Pope Francis, according to the Vatican, he's still alive. He had a bout of bronchitis, and it developed into pneumonia in both lungs. That's bad when you're in your 80s. You got that double pneumonia. It ain't no good. Pope Francis is up, though. He ate breakfast this week. He had a little snackaroonie, and close aides have been keeping a very close eye on him because they don't want to go through all of the annoying hoops that you have to go through to get a new pope. So hopefully they can keep him for a little bit longer.
It is a
there
pain.
We go. Yeah, it's a whole thing, Josh. You know, you got to get the right stuff. You got to get
when
the smoke.
When I was in Catholic school and I think Pope John Paul II passed away, they had to find a new pope. They pulled us out of class to sit in the cafeteria and watch it on TV all day.
All day?
It was the most boring thing I think I've ever done.
But they wanted you to learn about the process, probably, right?
Yeah, there's the smoke, and then one of the smokes means they have a pope, and the other one's like, no pope today.
You can learn about the process without sitting there and watching it all day. It was boring enough in that movie.
It was. And it seems like everybody else has moved on with their technology. Catholic Church, they don't send smoke signals when there's an Amber Alert. You know, they move past that. They send everybody a text message.
We need a pope push notification.
Yes. Boom. You got a new pope. Or today we found no new pope.
The smoke signals, I think, are just a tradition that's carried on. But I do think, I read up on it last time we were talking about this in the Wikipedia, and I think they were trying to take preventative measures because they thought that people were going to be spying in on the voting session. It's supposed to be really sealed. No, it's the Wonka factory. Nobody goes in, nobody goes out. And they were saying that there was concern that the press could use lasers that they would point in the upper windows of the chamber and eavesdrop on them by measuring the vibrations in the air from their voices.
I'm not that excited about the new Pope talk. I don't want to hear the info that much. That's a lot right there. I didn't even know.
Think about spending $1,200 in a setup to do that. And you're like, guys, I know who the new Pope is going to be. And then 30 seconds later, they announce it. And all of that was for nothing.
Wait, when the new Pope is coming out, this might be a really dumb question, Catholics. I apologize if this is stupid on an offensive level, but just hear me out. When you hear that Pope Francis is not doing well and maybe he's going to die, we need a new Pope, do Catholics have favorites? Are there Catholics all right, it's time for old Jerry Swansonite to get the gig as the new Pope? Are there people that they know?
I don't think outside of the Vatican, the Catholic public, as it were, knows who's next in line for it.
Yeah,
that's
you don't
why
know
the voting process is so secretive.
You don't really know who your cardinals are, I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know anybody in the damn Vatican other than the Pope. That's the only guy.
No, there's that other guy there.
Yeah, bippity boppity.
I don't even know who our bishop is in this area anymore.
Me either.
It's been a while since I've gone through the whole thing where they name the people.
You're going to hell. That's what's happening, buddy. I'm looking at the numbers.
Save you a seat. Maybe you should save me a seat.
Let's get real. I'm dying before you. If I had to bet money on it, I wouldn't be able to see the payout, but I would definitely bet on me before you. We'll see. Over to the numbers coming in. This is from CNN. And when Trump first took office, he said Trump. January 9th to 14th, CNN, their poll said that 34% of people approved of Trump, 62% disapproved. Now, the latest numbers, February 13th to 17th, after about a month, we're about a month in the Oval Office here, that number has gone from 34% approved to 47% approved. Disapproval has dropped from 62 to 52, which gives Trump his highest numbers, I think, ever, being a sitting president. I think it gives him his highest numbers in office that he's ever seen, believe it or not, even though some of you are not happy with what's going on. Trump has handled the presidency as you expected. 75% of people said yes. Trump has handled the presidency in an
I would have said yes to that.
Yeah, 25% said no. It's been unexpected. Those people, their world's rocked right now. What else do we have here? It's going as expected, and that's a good thing, 41%. As expected, and that's a bad thing, 33%. Unexpected in a good way. Some people are like, ooh, pleasantly surprised. Unexpected in a bad way, 21%, as far as folks say. Now,
unexpected in a good way was 5%, by the way.
Was it? Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
You didn't say anything.
Oh, it was 5%. Yeah, 41% as expected, good thing. As expected, bad thing. 33%. 5% unexpected in a good way. And the most important things, whether you approve or disapprove, this says. So this is not saying that you think it's a thumbs up, but what is the single most significant action that the Trump administration has taken so far? Immigration, ICE, and the border, 28%. Elon Musk, Doge, access to data, 12%. Dismantling federal agencies and cutting federal workers, that seems like it's really closely attached to number 2, but that got 10% at number 3. And policies towards transgender, only 3% said that was important to them. Keep that in mind. As well as Gaza, Israel, and hostages, 1%. Keep that in mind when you hear all the stuff that dominates the online conversation. Now, I do want to smack the American public here.
Ow.
Because there are some things that are not on the top of this list that should be higher up. 0% of the people asked said bringing back the plastic straws was important to them. I don't understand why there's not even one of you who said bringing back the plastic straws was big. Getting rid of pennies, nobody.
You're still doing it.
Nobody thankful for TikTok either. You unthankful, unappreciative bastards. How dare you? Those all got absolutely nothing, as well as the Gulf of America and all of those kind of things. Nobody really cares. They care about the things that they find important to them. Usually it's stuff about the economy. But what do you care about? Let us know. Do you think he's doing a good job, bad job? You can tell us. Your opinion is welcome, at least with me. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch right now, if you will. You can send an audio or video dispatch. I'd love to see your face. And send it on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. Real quick, let's get to a dispatch or two. Somebody is talking about popes. Let's hear about popes. Here goes Mac. Hello, Mac.
News junkies.
Mac and me.
Happy Thursday. Hey, you guys were talking about popes earlier, and I was wondering, do you know why they can never finish a marathon?
Why?
Because they're too used to coming in a little behind.
No.
Have a good one.
Mac, thank you for the dispatch. Thank you for irritating all of the very faithful Catholics out there.
They're slow runners.
Yeah.
They're used to not finishing marathons.
On account of the dresses and the hats.
Hey, did you see, speaking of marathons, I didn't think we'd go in this direction, but this is how the show goes. Let me see if I can find this guy. This dude is such a show-off. Yeah, here he is, okay? There's a man out there who is going a little too far, a little too much. And he ran an entire marathon, averaging just over 6 minutes per mile. Josh, you're probably the best to ask. Is that good? Just over 6 minutes per mile?
For a marathon, that's pretty fast.
Because if you were doing like a 5K and then it was that fast, it wouldn't be as impressive, right?
No.
But if it's a whole marathon is pretty impressive, just over 6 minutes per mile. This guy recently just broke the world record for the most amount of pull-ups in a 24-hour period. He did 10,001 pull-ups.
Easy.
And now this guy ran a marathon in 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 51 seconds in jeans. Oh, that guy.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Yeah, wearing jeans. He's wearing jeans. Run a marathon.
That is a real American hero right there.
How do you even, like, I could get the best sporting equipment on planet Earth. You could get me those Nikes or whatever shoe they are that's illegal. There's a shoe that's so fast it's illegal. You could get me those. You could get me all of the things, like the best outfit and the best equipment that I could ever ask for, all the electrolytes. And I couldn't beat this guy who's wearing jeans, who's running a marathon in jeans. I salute you, sir. I don't know. It's very impressive. We can't all do that for some reason. He's outdoing us, gentlemen.
Now, if this guy had done this in a wheelchair, his tone would be totally different. I could beat him. I could beat this guy.
No, not if he rocked 6-minute miles in a wheelchair. I would stand up and
see, you just have to be better than him. You just have to, yeah.
That was inadvertent, I swear to God. I would applaud this person if they were able to do that. And some of them are. The people, these Paralympic athletes are way more impressive than I am out there kicking ass. Do your thing. Quick break. When we return, they are. They're kicking it when need be, sometimes with just one leg. Sometimes with whatever they've got left, just a stump of a leg left. I want to talk about a tennis star and something unbelievable that involved a stalker that happened during a tennis match this week. Unbelievable, and the details are coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic still slowing down on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after State Road 429. Keep an eye out for an accident slowing down traffic on I-95 southbound before LPGA Boulevard. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. There's an accident where State Road 434 meets McCulloch Road, slowing down traffic as well. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
It's time to let your hair down, gear up, and experience massive horsepower and freedom from riding your brand new Harley-Davidson. Trade in your not-so-new bike for a brand new one. Visit Space Coast Harley for Bike Week events, including 1 to 2 bands daily, bikini competition, the Harley-Davidson dealer truck on location, February 28th through March 2nd, demo ride at 2025, and too much to list. Stop by or check out the calendar at spacecoastharley.com.
Hey, Leesburg, crank up your taste buds because Blues BQ is back February 22nd from noon to 5. Get ready for a smoking hot event with live blues music from the David Julia Band, Andrew Williams Band, and Dale Bandy and the Blue Cans. Mouth-watering barbecue from local food trucks, plus a classic car show. Best part, it's free to attend February 22nd. Go to leesburgflorida.gov for more info. It's blues, it's barbecue, and it's free. See you there.
At Florida Prepaid, we're here for all the grinders, the go-getters, the gifted, the talented, the unique, the spirited. We're here for the well-to-do, the just getting started, the budgeters, the big spenders, and everyone in between. Because we believe that every child deserves higher education, and our goal is to help families save for it by making it simpler and more affordable than ever before. So every child has the opportunity to shine. Plans start at just $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578.
Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578. 689-314-7578.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers next weekend, February 28th through March 2nd. Tacori and Verragio will be here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 3 years zero-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal. And let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening next weekend, February 28th through March 2nd, exclusively at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mall of Millenia, and Waterford Lakes. On approved credit.
Welcome, John, our new admin lead.
Thanks.
You've got your laptop, all your admin apps. Oh, and you'll be in charge of ordering food for the team. So here's your drawer full of menus.
Whoa.
You'll keep your receipts in this file folder. Whoops. Receipt confetti.
Oh, dear.
Oh, and all these sticky notes have everyone's dietary preferences.
Have you tried Easy Cater? Online ordering from great restaurants, tools to save time and stay on budget, digital receipts in one place.
We're going to need a bigger recycling bin.
Easy Cater, the smarter, simpler way to order food for your workplace. Order now at easycater.com.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable, it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Your journey starts here and ends, well, that's up to you. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of select new 2025 Sportage and 2025 Sorento models during the President's Day sales event. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Financing for 24 to 60 months from Kia Finance KF. Subject to credit approval by KF to well-qualified buyers for purchase of a new 2025 Sportage. Excludes hybrid PHEV or 2025 Sorento. $1,748 per month for 1,000 financed at 60 months. No down payment required. Subject to vehicle availability and dealer participation. Must take delivery by 3/3/25. Limited inventory available. See Kia dealer for available stock.
Why would you do that to me? Los Angeles, 2021. A friendly neighbor appears out of nowhere and promises to make all my dreams come true.
Let's not forget that David Bloom was a professional con artist.
But my dreams soon turned into a nightmare. I'm Caroline DeMore. Listen as I take down my scammer on Once Upon a Con on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Once Upon a Con and start listening.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
Story time with the 3 best friends you never knew you had.
With us, let me tell you something. Now's the time to act. Go grab the latest merch drop. It is very, very appreciated. It's the best way to show love to the show and to show the suits over at iHeart that you're out there. And if you want to do that and get a great shirt, it's a good deal, beautiful, soft shirt. It's the best. Isn't any better out there. And you get yourself a game of magnets magnet along with it, the Galaxy magnet. And you also get yourself a C-Lane sticker, which I think you're going to love. All this can be yours, but only for a limited time. So go get yours before the window closes. TheNewsJunkie.com. You'll see that merch link. It's right in the navigation. Click that and bam. I'm a weak man. I am a weak man. And I think
this is supposed to be a news program.
No, I'm going to have to give in. I think I'm going to have to give in.
Good.
What has happened here is my phone is now such a piece of junk because of all the updates that they keep forcing through. And I feel like Apple's doing it on purpose to me, not just me, but probably you too.
Obsolescence?
Yes, I think that's what's happening to me, C-Lane. I think I'm in the planned obsolescence bubble right now. It's so slow. My phone is choking up. I hit like the browser, and before the browser comes up, it's like, hang on a minute. Clippy pops up.
They must have sent your phone the message that they announced a new phone yesterday.
They did. Shut everything down. It's so slow. I try to do stuff on my phone, and it goes. My iPhone has never done this before. They want me to upgrade. They're not going to let me stick with the oldie, which I wanted to. But now they've announced this new one, which I've made fun of C-Lane because he has a cheapo iPhone. But the cheapo iPhone actually is looking good to me now. I think I might get it, the new one that they've announced. Yeah, it's like I looked at this whole comparison sheet, and then C-Lane sent me another one. It's head-to-head what the iPhone that cost $1,200 cost and what the iPhone that cost $600 cost. And it does all the things I would want it to do. I guess maybe I'm not that much of a pro user. I don't need all this extra bells and whistles stuff. It works as far as I'm concerned here. And I'm thinking about getting it. C-Lane, when I said, hey, I'm thinking about getting it, you seem like you might not be on board anymore.
I'm torn between getting the 16E, which they announced yesterday, which I think they avoided actually mentioning that it was the successor to the iPhone SE. Like they said it's a new member of the family. It's not really. It's a new variant of the 16, but the idea of the iPhone SE for 3 generations of that phone has been the same. It's supposed to be the cheaper, not as many cameras, but the same processing power as whatever the current phone was at the time.
Yeah, because little known secret, because they put you on a payment plan for the rest of your life, you don't know that your iPhone is as expensive as it is. But your iPhone, I've bought a lot of them, costs like $1,100 or something if you want to buy it outright. The cheaper ones are like $800. They're expensive.
Okay,
it's expensive now.
Only iPhone that costs the iPhone 16 Pro Max costs $1,200 outright.
That's the big dog.
That's
like a damn
dog.
computer. It's like
the
all of it.
16 is $800.
I was fine back in the day on my very first ever smartphone. I remember it like it was yesterday. I loved this thing. I had what was called the HTC Wizard, and it had like the little stylus that you would use with it, and I'd carry it around, and somebody would be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, surfing the internet on my phone. No big whoop, but kind of looking at the future here. They go, "What kind of phone is that?" And I'd be like, "It's my HTC Wizard Windows phone."
Ran Windows CE.
Yeah, you bet your ass. I don't know when this thing came out, but I had it.
2005.
In 2005, I had it 20 years ago. And that sucker never let me down. But now I feel like they want to force us to buy the new one. And so everything seems to be slower for me now. So here we go. Now, and Courtney, and then I said, Courtney, you should really look at this SE one. It's a great deal, and it's way faster than the phone you have now. And she goes, like, she just looked at me like, oh, I can't get that one. So I'll have to get the cheapo one.
Is it because it only has one camera, or does she just really have an aversion to the idea of having the budget phone?
That's what it is. I know it is. She's not using the features on her phone. She's not using that thing to its maximum capacity.
The problem is the previous models of the iPhone SE, the first rung of phone, the lowest price you could pay for it was like $450. Maybe a little more. I think when I bought mine 5 years ago, I went to the store, down the street from your place, and I was like, let me get that phone, and they would not let me pay for it outright that day. I had to sign up for the plan and then come back in a week and pay it off. That was the stupidest part of the whole thing, but I don't know. I was buying it from AT&T. I don't. That was their thing. But I think it was $450.
Yeah,
and the base model for this new one is $600.
Everything's more expensive, man. Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch says Courtney is not going for an SE. LOL. All Day Yucker says, tell her SE stands for super excellent. I wonder if I can get away with it. I'm like, hey, this one, I made a mistake talking about this.
SE stands for the iPhone 16e. The E is for extravagant.
A special extravagant. That's what, you can't get any better than this. Because she's gone deep stoner thoughts with me before, and I thought she was dead on with this. She goes, isn't it interesting that the car that you drive, anybody listen to me right now, the car that you drive is not the car that Kim Kardashian drives, right? The clothes that you wear, it's not the clothes that Elon Musk wears. The the stuff that you have in your house as far as appliances, it's not the stuff that Jeff Bezos has in his house, not the singular Bezos. It's not the same. But we all, no matter how rich or poor, even hobos, we all have like the same phones. There's no like rich person phone.
The great equalizer.
It is. It's the great equalizer, Josh. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
All right, this is highly annoying. The phone that I have is actually newer than yours.
Yours is?
Yes, by a handful of months.
Damn.
And you're still worth 120 in trade-in, and mine's only 50.
Good. That's how it should be.
But he's got the super excellent.
Cordy says, I'm a photographer. All of them would be fine. They're the best phones you could ever see in your life. You could film a movie on them. You don't need anything better than this stuff. Let's go over to the White House. Let's see what's happening with Ukraine, because I think good things should be happening there, right? Let's get these kids out of the meat grinder that are going to war for God knows what. And it seems endless right now, but here's Trump talking about Zelensky. They're trying to make a deal.
A dictator without elections. Zelensky better move fast, or he's not going to have a country left. Got to move fast, because that war is going in the wrong direction. In the meantime, we're successfully negotiating an end to the war with Russia, something I'll admit that only Trump is going to be able to do in the Trump administration. We're going to be able to do it.
This guy.
It was brave of him to admit that.
I love Ukraine, but Zelensky has done a terrible job. His country is shattered.
Thought he was going to say something different there.
Same.
He said his country is
also
shattered.
You open that clip with a dictator without elections, which kind of sounds to me like a king.
What are you talking about, man?
Call me crazy.
Made you king of anything. He says that Zelensky is a dictator. Why? Let's go a little deeper. One thing he said was Zelensky has a 4% approval rating, which I don't even know where he got that from. That is not true.
I'm sorry. Are they currently able to conduct polls in war-torn Ukraine? Do they have time to do Gallup polls?
They do some. And the polls that I've seen are around 40 or 50% for Zelensky in his defense. And that would be very close to what Trump has in the United States of America. So I think that is not fair and not true and should be swatted away. Now, calling him a dictator, this is an interesting thing. There are no elections in Ukraine right now, but it's because a lot of Ukrainians have fled the country and they can't vote, and they're in the middle of a war. So they've suspended their elections for now.
Yeah, they're wagging the dog.
Yeah, they are, indeed. And let me see if I can get to the message that he posted on True Social about this, because it's pretty aggressive.
Just go to your favorites. And
here it is, right here. It says, think of it. A modestly successful comedian, Vladimir Zelensky, because Zelensky was, whether you know it or not, he was like a comedy troupe performer in Ukraine.
Tried to watch his show on Netflix one time.
Was it no good?
It was weird seeing him like that. It was, but it also was, the translation was weird too. So
yeah, he seems okay by me. I don't have a real problem with him. Maybe I should. Think of it, a modestly successful comedian, talk the United States of America.
Maybe you should. Why?
I don't know.
Because Trump told you should?
Maybe I should. Maybe I'm trying to make things great again here.
He's a dictator.
I'm looking it up. I found that I'm fact checking him, and he's not right on a lot of things he's talking about. But I don't support Putin is my problem. So I got to pick somebody. You know what I mean? if there's only two people at war with each other, Zelensky and Putin, I'm putting all my eggs in the Zelensky basket. I don't want Putin. I don't like Putin. I don't think he's a good guy. And I don't want him being in charge anywhere, much less.
He's not even a modestly successful comedian.
No, he didn't even have that going on. He's only a modestly successful equestrian because he gets out there shirtless on the horses from time to time. But they said he tricked us into
successful is still more successful than Superman.
That is true. That's rude, though. Zelensky talked to the United States of America and is spending $350 billion to go into a war that couldn't be won, that never had to start, but a war that he, without the U.S. and Trump, in all caps, will never be able to settle. And this is why sleepy Joe Biden didn't demand equalization.
Why did he put his own name in quotes?
Trump.
Multiple times.
In air quotes. Only Trump in air quotes. He says, Zelensky has done a terrible job. His country is shattered and millions have unnecessarily died. And so it continues. But just for the record, he didn't start the war with Russia. He was just kind of existing as a human being in Ukraine. Let's not lose sight of that. Russia started this war in Ukraine. Russia is the bad guy. They are the ones. They are the ones. Now, should we be funding their entire war? Europe should be spending more to help them out? Those are fair questions. But I don't want Putin to win, so I'm going to side with Zelensky for now. Maybe you don't.
Trump used a lot of quotes in this, not only on his name, on totally normal phrases like Biden playing in like a fiddle, or the other way around, playing Biden like a fiddle. Just the guy loves quotes and this particular truth.
Is he your friend who just learned how to use air quotes but hasn't quite nailed it yet? Like
maybe.
And then, no, that's not it. That's not how you do it, unfortunately. What are you saying over
I'm going to go get a beer. Is it not going to be a beer, dude? Or are you really going to get a beer? Why'd you put it in quotes?
Are you getting a bottle of whiskey? Why are you saying this? MOB on YouTube says Europe has spent more than us. Europe should spend more than us. Europe is closer to Russia. And if they go all USSR and start gobbling up countries, they're the ones who are right there on the front line. So they should spend more than us. We're way over here across an ocean. Don't get me wrong, we should still help the right guy out, because I think there's usually, in most situations, you can find a good guy and a bad guy. And if you find the good guy and the bad guy, you should root for the good guy.
Age-old tale is that the Russians are the bad guy.
Sometimes it's not as easy to find out who the good guy and the bad guy is. It's been a little more difficult in Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively. But I'm pretty sure Blake Lively is the bad lady in this thing. And Justin Baldoni's maybe like an imperfect pseudo bad guy.
I think everyone's the asshole. ETA.
Everybody is. It's a safe place to be. Otherwise, if you don't want to think that, you have to read way too much. And good.
Sorry, I want to clarify. I meant that in the Baldoni Lively conflict, not the Russia-Ukraine situation.
You don't want to start any drama there. MOB says, Sean, please add to your statement that Ukraine's constitution prevents election during wartime. They could change that if they wanted to, but they're not going to. And it's probably the smarter thing to do. I hate to say it. But if you're in the middle of a war that will determine whether or not your country exists moving forward, you might not want to have to worry about partisanship. Yeah, I know that might be a little like dictator-ish and fascist, but I'm kind of with it. Like, if you're in a war for the future of your nation, all bets should be off. You should win that war and then figure it out from there. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. When we return, we will get to your final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. Oh, God, I see a Seychelles dispatch coming in. God, I should have known this was going to happen. And today we're going to wrap everything up.
The News Junkie.
It's going to sound just like that. For a Tuesday, that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend.
Noticeably cooler day. We'll be expecting increasing sunshine with a high of around 67 degrees today in Orlando. As we head to tonight, temperatures certainly do turn cooler. We'll be expecting lows to dip down into the 40s and even the 30s for areas to the north of Orlando. As we head into tomorrow afternoon, highs only reaching right around the low and middle 60s. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
If you're ready to refinance, buy your first dream home, do some debt consolidation, then you got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com to work with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Want weight loss meds like Ozempic for less than $3 a day? Future Health, the best weight loss medication provider online, delivers fast. So go to tryfh.com now.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this part-time hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For a limited time while supplies last. Valid in-store only. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Hey guys, it's Eliza. Get ready for me.
Eliza, the Get Ready Tour.
You know when you're eating and you take like one extra bite too much and you can feel yourself gain weight because your bra gets tight? I call it the thickening. Marriage is every morning for the rest of your life, waking up next to someone and having to hear a full report of how that person slept.
March 30th, inside Hard Rock Event Center at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. For tickets, go to hardrocktampa.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you and your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Help the planet with a tip from iHeartRadio Earth. Education doesn't just take place in the classroom. There are many ways children of all ages can learn about sustainability and the environment at home. Visit iHeartRadio.com/earth for a list of resources, activity guides, and toolkits that are educational and fun for the whole family. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living, or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/earth.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Florida's transit system makes it easy to explore the beauty of the great outdoors without the stress of traffic. Whether it's a day at the beach or hiking through scenic state parks, they've got you covered. Explore Florida's natural parks, trails, and beaches with no parking stress. Visit TransitConnectsFlorida.com to plan your next outdoor adventure.
High diving, face first into the world's most viral newsroom. This is
Talk. The last shot for merch has arrived. Go get it right now while you can. The last handful left over on thenewsjunkie.com. Hit that merch button. Final dispatches, stories that did make the cut. And today, learn to wrap everything up for a Thursday.
I'm kind of jealous that you're going to that thing tomorrow. I've still not been to that new venue yet, and they're already a year old.
It's cool.
I'm a country guy now. I am through and through a country guy. I learned about the guy earlier. Who's the guy who said something was gay?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan. I learned about him. Or I know about Garth Brooks. I've seen him before in concert.
That's right.
Yeah, I got lots of experience in the country music world. I love what's happening with Alec Baldwin right now. I might peer in. I might watch some of the show that they got going on because he's miserable. Alec Baldwin's 66. He's got 8 kids. 8 kids at the house. And on his reality show, which I've never seen, apparently he's just always ranting about how the house looks like a toy store. There's always kids running around. Nothing is organized. And you decided to have 8 kids, dude.
Fat little piggies everywhere.
Little piggies just running all over the house, and he just cannot deal with it. He says he absolutely hates it. And then his quote, I think it's his quote to his wife, "You know when I love you the best? When I'm most in love with you? When you're asleep." Jesus. Sort of brutal, man. It's a little bit rough. See, give me a timer if you can.
Oh, yeah, I should do that.
Walls down. We'll just put all the walls down here. And right now, what we're going to do is the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
Yeah. Wait, is that the whole thing?
No.
I almost said I ain't gonna play one.
Lord.
I won't be playing one of those. All right, let's get to this. Here is Twink Lettits with a dispatch. Hello?
Hey, junkies. You're talking about the use of quotes or air quotes. Reminds me of a character. It probably was the Van Down by the River guy, Chris Farley.
It was.
So I don't shower regularly. Or he did a thing on Weekend Update. And he was talking about how people thought he wasn't cool because, he was overweight. And
yeah, I remember that. Overweight in air quotes. Okay, we got to get out of here. I got to cut you off. I'm sorry. It was half of a dispatch on the way out. Now, let's get out the way. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
Today I Learned this guy.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is correct. He was the first civilian in the United States to have a Humvee, maybe you should say.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Today I Learned this lady right here.
Taylor Swift.
Ooh. Sarah
Bareilles.
That's right, Sarah Bareilles, whatever her last name is. She also sang a song called Love Song. I'm not gonna rant you. It was actually written in response to her record label hounding her to write a marketable love song. It worked. Just like
the Real Slim Shady or
Blur Song 2.
Yeah,
same kind of thing. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the show? Get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com.